Hello everybody. Welcome back to the stream. Welcome to the stream. It's like, even though like this is like usual time for me, so like I stream on. I streamed on Thursday, last Thursday. The stream got kinda weirded out, and the bot got deleted by myself. So I don't know where it is now. I didn't even record it myself, so I can't even put it back. The Alhaitham store request. But anyway, yeah. Today we are doing the London Rite quest, and we have a little bit of stuff to watch on YouTube too, to react and stuff. So that's about it for today's schedule and stuff. What we have to do list today. Yeah. Even though like there's like usual timing and stuff, it feels like something off, something like I didn't stream for like ages, like stuff. I feel like that even though it's regular times. Okay. Now it's currently almost 4 p.m. and yeah, today is actually not bad today. There's just not too much sun today, so it's not that hot. Usually it's like even a little bit of sun and it's so hot. Okay. I was also like collecting some, plants to plant in the teapot again, and I got some good harvest, but still not the full. The only problem one is
no time to lose.
That comes from the sea areas or whatever you call it. Sea areas. What do you even call it? There has to be a name, right?
That hurt! Stand with me!
Oh, everyone's dead. Okay. Alright. I don't know why I killed these guys. Anyway, yeah. Where's Leeway? So let's go right into the quest because I think there's so many stuff to do. I don't know how much we can complete even today. Yeah, if we can complete everything, at least the quest part, let's complete everything. But I don't think we'll be able to complete anything like other than the challenges and stuff. So let's see. It depends on how much time we take on the quests and stuff. Oh, I changed some settings in my graphics and stuff, but it looks quite good. I'm using FSR to whatever thing. I mean, it's good for like potato pieces and stuff like mine because it's a upscaling thing, right? Oh, these are not lanterns, but it's just particles. Oh no, they do have lanterns too. Okay. Oh no, I'm going to run out of stamina. I didn't take fall damage, okay. Oh, they have these things. I saw some on Wanshuin while I'm collecting flowers, but didn't see on this side. I didn't come to this side before. I did come to this side, but on daytime, so I didn't see all the colors and stuff. I mean, it's not something new, right? It's the same thing as last year's. It's a little bit less crowded, I think. I don't know. I feel like it's less crowded than last time because last time it did have a lot of shops around here too. But this time there's a lot of free space around here, so it feels like nothing there. See, around this part, it feels like nothing there. I mean, there's probably going to be stuff in the quest, right? But it doesn't feel like much. Okay, I accidentally triggered the first half of the quest. Where you talk to Zhongli, and he says something about go talk to yeah, find some bamboo shoots. I don't know what this nascent bamboo shoots. I don't know what that is, but we have to find that. Wait. Is it the game music? Or something else playing? No, right? It's game music. I thought there's something else playing around in the background without the game music playing. That would be annoying. Oh, and I also signed up for the beta. I don't know if I get the pass or not, but if I get the pass, I will probably stream it on. Yeah, I will stream it if they allow us to stream. I will stream it. If not, well, bad luck, I guess. Okay, where are we supposed to go? Oh, I do have resin too, so I'll condense first. I don't want to wait for that. I mean, it's just one condense, but it's going to be annoying later on. I probably will forget about it, so it's better to have less resin than more resin. I don't think I have too much though.
Who's next?
Like that.
No time to lose.
I also heard that Guizhang or someone makes an appearance or something. Oh, wait a minute. I have 5. Wait, what? I didn't do the dailies? What? Oh, wait. I remember this shape. This shape is like ingrained in my brain because I'm playing Pokemon Sun, Ultra Sun these days, and this is the shape of the special things. It kind of got reminded for me randomly. Okay, let's do the quest first, and I don't know. Let's. Oh no, I don't know. I haven't explored this area at all. It's just 6% because I got just one chest in this area, and these teleporters because they all some had commissions there, so I had like commissions like 3 commissions around here today, so I had to definitely get this. So while getting that, I also went around this place and took a look. I also did take a look around the area, but didn't see much. It's just chaos, pure chaos there. There's so much going on, like that earthworm or windworm thing coming out of nowhere and hitting you all the time. So you can't just stay there without doing anything. You have to keep moving until you come to a safe place. If not, you're screwed. Either you have to be on single player mode and pause the game, or if you are in co-op, you are actually screwed because you can't even pause the game there. I heard that also that Beidou ship event is also like really hard for some reason. I don't know about that, but let's see. Because usually the ship events are quite easy, right? The last one was that thing where the 4 people in one ship. No. That thing where you platforms and stuff, right? So that was kind of bad, but it's not bad, you know. What? Yeah, this is the team I'm using right now. Because there's only Yaya to get friendship EXP, right? I could do co-op domains to get faster EXPs. Friendship EXP, but it's Yaya, right? It's not she's not like a dedicated DPS who can do damage in a co-op domain, right? So it's better to either use Nahida or no Nahida as a support. So that's the thing. That's why I am not going in co-op domains. I don't want to be the person who's dragging behind. Simple as that. This will probably not take too long. Probably. Oh, Nahida has Musoishin.
Everyone hold hands. Don't be scared.
One with nature. Clouds high. The birds call.
Hey.
Shine down.
Stay put. Hey, hey, go away.
Into the wind.
I see everything.
There is no escape. Torn to oblivion.
This one is the most annoying one, the last one. Because there's no reaction to do with that thing. Every slime is down at that point and there's no reactions and you have to do resist. You have to keep going. It would have been like nice if that thing comes before, but it doesn't. I'm doing fine with this team because they are just OP. The last team I used, the Wanderer team, that was so horrible. It took like so long.
Don't be scared.
The wind knows me. Fallen leaves adorn my night. That hurts.
Hey. Yeah.
Into the wind.
Everyone hold hands.
That's
One
not
with
good.
nature.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Why is this thing? Come down! I can't hit you.
I see everything.
Did you see this thing?
Yeah, everyone hold hands.
Shine down.
Annoying bird thing. I don't know what these things' names are either. I know the small guy is a fungi. Are these also fungi? Because the big guy doesn't have the name fungi. It has jade plume terrastrum. So, I mean, it does have the name shroom in it, but it's not fungi. So what are these guys' names actually?
Illusion shattered.
Hey,
The wind knows me. As one with wind and cloud.
Uruguay, you're up. Go get him, Uruguay. I see everything. Make yourselves at home.
So
There is no escape.
Into the wind.
Torn to oblivion.
going good. That was good. 52 seconds. Okay. Usually it takes like what, 1.5 minutes. I mean, it's not that long, but according to artifact domain rules, it's long. You only should take less than a minute. The lowest I have gone is like 22 seconds or something.
Illusion shattered.
One with nature. Fallen
But I would
leaves
never use that
adorn my
team
night.
again
Stay
because,
put.
you know, bring it up.
Everyone hold hands. The Temple of Wisdom. I see everything.
I
Shine
died.
down. Now you shall perish.
I do OP. Okay. Nothing. Oh no, it's a goblet. So it's not good. That's such a cool piece if it's on something else. But no, it's on a goblet. Of course, it has to be on a goblet. The only piece that's supposed to be something else, some element.
Illusion shattered.
I'm not doing this domain for the animal one. I'm doing this for the Lost Paradise. No. Lost Paradise.
Clouds high. The birds call.
Flower.
You
Lost
Glade,
Paradise
you're
or
up.
something. Right?
Everyone hold hands. Make yourselves at home.
Okay.
I see everything.
Inazuma shines eternal.
Okay, I think that's 8. Yep. You're done here. Now we can go straight to the quest. We didn't get a single good piece though. That's a bummer. I wonder if there's anyone who's like already 100% the new area too, while I'm just 6%. Yesterday it was like 4%. Today is 6% because the teleporters and stuff. That's it. I don't know why the 8 blocks of daily quest around this was, because from 3.1 to now, the desert didn't have a regular path of having things. Daily quest, because it's only that Weasel Thief one, and one Ruin Drake, and this one guy who's sick all the time. That's about it for all the daily quest on the desert area. Now there's like a speedrun thing, 2 speedrun things, I think. Yeah, one is underground, one is above ground, the pressure plate thing. One is like those challenge ones. And the Weasel Thieves one also. I mean, I don't know why they nerfed it. It was like 4 or 5 Weasel Thieves, and it goes so 3 or 4 times it goes around in straight lines. So it's easy to follow. You just have to stay on top of the weasel and go with it on straight lines. Because it's a straight line, it's even easier to figure out because
Bamboo shoot. Nascent bamboo shoot.
it's much easier to figure out. But
Oh,
I don't know.
this one's only just sprouted, and it looks super fresh. Paimon
Oh.
thinks this is the one.
Okay. No, it's a bamboo shoot. Nascent bamboo shoot. Okay. Don't mind me, I'm just collecting some wood. As well as a wood chopper. Oh, there it is. Last one.
These should be enough. Let's head back.
Help! He's asking
Do
for
you hear
help.
that? Someone's calling for help. It's coming from over there.
Oh, what the? Huh? Huh? Where did your help come from?
Are you okay? Did any water go down the wrong pipe?
Who is this guy?
I think I'm okay now. Thank you so much.
Fancy looking
That was
guy.
scary. Well, at least you're all right. All thanks to your savior here. Oh, a little girl? Greetings, everyone. My name is Yao Yao. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Whoa, she's so well-mannered. My name's Paimon, and this is the Traveler.
Greetings.
I'm Dvorak, a musician from Fontaine.
Oh yeah, there's where Paimon said Paimon's name is Paimon. She used to say that, right? Paimon's name is Paimon. I saw a huge deal of people talking about this thing where, oh, why is she talking in like not third person? Why is she talking in first person? Come on, it's probably some translation error or something, right? Dwark. I didn't hear his name correctly. Dwark.
I came
Yes.
through Stone Gate, intending to head towards Liyue Harbor, but then I became captivated by the beautiful scenery. And before long, I was completely lost.
All right, his voice is also that one YouTuber, right? That opera singer guy, one who reacts to stuff. I think I have seen one or two.
Just now, I was so mesmerized by the waterfall that I slipped and fell into the water. If it weren't for Miss Yao Yao's help, I shudder to think what might have happened.
What the? Shudder?
It's all right, Mr. Dvorak. The splashing around the bottom of the waterfall means the stone path is always wet and slippy. You definitely have to be careful. Next time you're exploring an unfamiliar environment, try to focus on what's right in front of you. Don't let your mind wander. As long as you watch your step, accidents like this won't happen anymore.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I understand. I'll remember to be more careful next time.
Oh, and he's hungry.
Oh, are you hungry, sir?
Oh, I'll be fine.
Please, sir, it's quite all right. I was born and raised here in Liyue. It's only natural for me to extend my hospitality to any guests who are passing through. I expect you still have quite a long journey ahead of you. It's very important to keep your energy levels up. I still have some lotus flower crisps left in my backpack. Why don't we split them between the four of us?
Lotus flower crisps. Crisps. Okay, I heard like crests, not crisps.
Aw, what a thoughtful kid! She even has some for Paimon! You're welcome.
Everyone savor some delicious lotus flowers.
So tasty. If only there were more.
More? You already had a sumpter beast share. Oh, we already know like sumpter beasts and stuff, right? I wonder if this is different for anyone who haven't stepped into Sumeru. Because we know what sumpter beasts are. Probably the people who haven't stepped into Sumeru don't know this, right? But can participate in this event, right?
Having a healthy appetite is a good thing. It means Paimon's still growing. If I'd known I was gonna run into you, I would have made a second batch. Hope you're taking notes, Traveler. This is how you treat your Paimon. What do you think, sir? Are Liyue's snacks to your taste? I wonder if they're not sweet enough.
No, they're perfect. When I was traveling through Mondstadt, I had a chance to try one of their moon pies. It had a meat filling, unlike these crisps. But apart from that, it seems like they follow a similar cooking process.
You came
Both
from
are
Mondstadt.
delicious in their own way.
No, you came from some Fontaine, right? But you were from Fontaine, you went to Mondstadt, then came to Liyue. So does Mondstadt share a border with Fontaine? Because I know Liyue does share a border, but
As for Fontaine's cooking, though, it's been a long time since I've had a taste of home.
French cuisine.
Sounds like you spend a lot of time on the road, huh?
I do. It's part of my job. I'm one of the main organizers of the Iridescence Tour.
Oh, so this is the guy that always backs out or
Iridescence
whatever
tour?
that doesn't come on time. So I don't know. She and all the time say these guys didn't come and didn't whatever. That sounds somewhat familiar.
The Iridescence Tour is one of the biggest music festivals in Fontaine. We're looking to expand, though. Our aim is to hold a festival in every nation. At least, all the main organizers share this goal. Unfortunately, it's a long story, so I'll spare you the details. But anyway, so the main reason I'm traveling all around Tavad is to promote our music festivals. But I have some personal reasons, too.
Well, what are they? Just tell us already.
Let me see. Well, to explain it in full, I'd have to start with a story from my ancestors.
They're called personal.
I don't want to take
right?
up too much of your time.
Oh, I love listening to stories. We want to hear it too.
Okay, then I'll start from the beginning. The story goes that my ancestor, who was also a traveler, once slipped and fell into a lake during his travels. As he was sinking and gasping for breath, he heard a wondrous tune in the air.
Okay.
They say it was the most beautiful, moving melody he had ever heard. Even in that life and death moment, the ethereal music seized his full attention and almost made him forget the fact that he was drowning. When he finally came to, he found that he had already been brought ashore. Not too far from him stood an unfamiliar woman with an almost divine aura.
Is this guy talking about one of those mermaid ladies that I don't know, Sirin or something, right? They are called. No, not Sirin, I think. I don't know, whatever, something like that. Mermaid lady that sings in the ocean.
Once she saw that he was no longer in danger, she left without a word. My ancestor tried to run after her to give his thanks, but although a mere dozen paces separated them, no matter how quickly he gave chase, he drew no closer and remained a dozen paces behind.
Oh, this reminds me of a story. Oh no, never mind.
In the end,
It's
all he
not
could
that
do was to
relevant.
bow in thanks to the woman as he watched her walk away towards the rivers and mountains in the distance, before at last he turned around and made his way home. Once he returned to Fontaine, he began to learn an instrument so that he could spread his story far and wide, just like the bards. After generations of retelling, embellishing, and dramatizing, people have come to think of that lady as something like a fairy. The story's become something of a local legend in Fontaine. It's called The Lady Overlooking the Lake.
It's not Lady of the Lake, Lady Overlooking the Lake.
People now say that if you go down to the lakeside and play an instrument, so long as you play a pleasing melody, you will hear a fairy lady who is hiding out of sight, playing along with you.
I wonder if this is like a Sealy or something, right? Maybe she's a Sealy. Sealy survivor, right?
Wow.
Like the last Sealy survivor. I said like Venti is one, Goddess of Flowers is confirmed to be one, and Columbina might be one, and this one might be the fourth one, the final one. Who knows? There could be also like many more survivors too. Who knows? But calling it survivors makes them like more, gives them much more like value to their name. Silly survivors, they retain their form, right? So not many could do that. So if we give lot of them that capability, then the value of their character just drops. So I personally like to keep it at 4, giving it to everyone. Then it becomes like, why didn't everyone survive? It's a nice legend.
Well, yes. As it stands now, it's become a touch too romantic and detached from reality. But I understand the original story and its historical grounding better than anyone else.
Why is that?
I wanted to find out the truth of this tale. So I decided to retrace my ancestors' steps and search for that lady's modern-day descendants. Of course, there's no way of knowing where my ancestor fell into the lake all those years ago, so I always knew that the search would be akin to looking for a needle in a haystack.
Where is the lake? Like in Fontaine?
I've spent many years on the road now, and I'm nowhere near as fit as I was in my youth. The wish that I've spent half my life chasing after has now become something of an obsession.
Well, I haven't lived half of my life yet, but still, I understand how you must feel. Paimon too! It's like... imagine if you saved the center of a lotus flower crisp, which is the best part, by the way, because you wanted to eat it another day, but then suddenly, sploosh! It falls into the water, never to be seen again!
What? That made me more confused.
Paimon would definitely remember that for the rest of her life.
There's no need to feel sorry for me. I've made some progress over the years. For example, I've concluded that the story must have taken place in Liyue.
Okay.
Oh, so you finally found a lead?
So probably not a really thing.
Yes, in fact, that's an intriguing story in and of itself.
Maybe Oceanid. Who knows?
I'd always known that Mondstadt is the city of song and freedom, but more recently, I heard that the Animal Archon returned to Mondstadt for a festival in the fall, and learned that he himself is a patron deity of music. So I prayed for the Animal Archon's guidance in the Mondstadt Cathedral, and as soon as I set foot back outside the front gate, I noticed a cluster of leaves being blown in the wind further and further west, towards Stone Gate.
Okay. That's maybe, who knows, that's some kind of superstition.
A friendly local told me that this meant the wind was guiding me in the direction of Liyue. So I followed their advice and made my way here.
Okay, that settles it then. It was Leo.
Right? You get it. I knew I'd find someone that agrees with me eventually.
Are you sure? It sounds a bit too much like one of those fake legends told by those treasure hoarder guys to scam gullible grannies from Jingsa Village. Rex Lapis has returned to the world. Just give me some incense and a little more towards the travel fees, and I will pass your gift on to the Lord of Geo and ask him to keep you and your family safe and well, and so on and so on.
But he's actually dead. But he's actually not dead. But people don't know that.
Don't worry, Yao Yao. We have a lot of experience with deciphering omens and stuff. And anyway, you only got scammed if you handed over Mora, right?
Actually, to express my gratitude, I did spend rather a lot of more on several bottles of fine wine, which I left at the Statues of the Seven along the way.
I know who this person is. The friendly local. Probably Venti. Who else going to several bottles of wine and blows wind?
Oh dear. Well, how about this, ladies and gentlemen? Why don't I bring you all to Yujing Terrace to see Miss Ganyu? I don't know very many people, so I can't help you out much. But Miss Ganyu and the Qixing know just about everything. If you've been scammed, they'll help you get your Mora back. And if the wind was telling the truth, and you want to keep looking for that lady's family, they'll be the best people to ask.
That doesn't sound like a good idea.
But you've already helped me so much.
Wait, that sounds like a good idea. Okay, maybe.
Well, I was gonna take some new medicinal herbs and plants I picked to Miss Ganyu anyway, so it's no trouble at all. You know what? It's been a minute since we saw Ganyu too. It should be nice to pay her a visit before Lantern, right?
Then let's get moving.
All right. Well, my sincere thanks to you all. I will never forget your kindness.
Okay, everyone. Please follow me. I'll be your guide. Remember to watch where you're going, okay? Uh-oh. Paimon's out of a job. Oh well, Paimon will just be a cheerleader instead.
Oh, what is this? What is this? What is this? Don't disagree on me. Electro changing mage.
Don't be scared.
Shine down.
Into the wind.
Electro changing mage. And she did.
Just once more.
Alright. Back to Lie. 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 Oh. It starts off like relatively slow. I don't know how how many parts how they have partitioned this quest. It's been a long time since I walked this way. I never do that. Just teleport into a city, that's it.
Please declare your commercial.
Please declare your commercial, whatever.
Liyue Harbor looks very different from when I came last.
You came last?
It's almost as if I'm listening to the same melody, but with a richer timbre and new variations added.
Well, we are here during Lantern Rite after all. It only comes once a year, so they always have a big celebration.
Okay.
It's fair to say that this time of year is when Liyue Harbor looks the prettiest.
Great. Let's go and check it out. I can't wait to get into the city and see it all up close for myself. The streets are breathtaking. Smiles and laughter everywhere I
Walk.
look.
Walk.
It's contagious.
Dude,
I can
walk.
almost feel the music in the air. I have the urge to start waving my conductor's baton.
Dude,
I'm
run
glad
fast.
that you're enjoying the city.
This is just too slow. No? Didn't
Well,
I?
hey, everyone. A fancy meeting you all here. What a nice surprise.
Hello, Xinyan. Let me introduce some new friends. They are...
Traveler, Paimon, and Mr. Dvorak, right? I've known them all for quite a while.
It was everyone. We already know each other.
When I was last here to advertise a Liyue stop for the Iridescence Tour, Xinyan was one of the few people willing to give me the time of day.
Well, feels like I've been chasing this Iridescence Tour bandwagon halfway around the world, but I keep getting stood up. What's going on, Mr. Dvorak?
I'm so sorry, Xinyan. We've had a string of terrible luck recently, and every time we've tried to put on a show, something or other has come up to stop our plans from materializing.
Materialized.
Is that right? I guess it can't be helped. So, what brings you to Liyue Harbor at this time of year anyway? Thinking of putting on a music festival during the Lantern Rite celebrations?
I mean, yeah, we know that.
A Lantern Rite music festival? Yes, please!
No, I'm actually here on personal business this time.
We have Future Sight.
Oh, so no Lantern Rite music festival?
Maybe.
I mean, that's not just up to me. Hosting a music festival takes a lot of funding and personnel. Moreover, I've never worked with the Liyue authorities before. Even if I were to start putting something together right now, I think it'd be too rushed.
Wait, but we're going to meet the Liyue Qixing, aren't we? And they're the ones in charge.
Yep.
Uh-huh, that's
We know
right.
everyone.
Miss Keqing and Miss Ningguang can make anything happen.
You mean What?
This is the perfect opportunity. Well, sure, it might not work out, but it can't hurt to bring it up as a suggestion.
A Lantern Rite music festival would be something different.
That's the spirit! See? Even the Traveler agrees with me. Mr. Dvorak, don't let yourself be put off by the fact that a few things haven't worked out recently.
Where's the J in this name? Dvorak. Dvorak. I don't know. Oh yeah, they are silent letters. No, not even silent letters. It's just invisible letters now.
As for the performers, I can put you in touch with some local artists. My friend Yunjin is a well-known opera singer in Liyue. With her support and a commissioned song from the Yunhan Opera Troupe, we should be able to get something going.
But what about you, Xinyan? Are you just going to sit this one out?
What do you take me for? If we actually manage to make the Iridescence Tour Lantern Rite Grand Concert a reality, you think I'd let anyone else perform the opening act?
Wow! There's that rock and roll spirit!
What do you say, Mr. Dvorak?
Okay. I'll give it a shot. But the opening act is not something to be chosen lightly, Xinyan. I will judge your work by the strictest of standards, so please make sure you are fully prepared.
Yes, yes.
Are you kidding? I thought you'd never ask. Whew, guess my shopping time's getting cut short. I'm gonna head back right away and start working on this. Yao Yao, if you run into your senior on the way to the Qixing, please send her my regards.
Senior means Ganyu?
Okay, I promise I will. Good luck with your music, Xinyan. You've got this, Xinyan!
I wonder
So
how,
who's the
like,
senior of yours
Yao
Xinyan
Yao.
mentioned just now? Is that anyone we know? Yes, it's Xiangling. She's mentioned you two before.
Oh.
Xiangling's always thinking about cooking. Whenever she gets scrapes or burns, she just leaves them to heal by themselves. She definitely needs someone around her to look after her. I know you must have looked out for her a lot too in the time you've known her. So thank you for that.
Okay. Like, I was saying that, isn't Yao Yao just a human? How is she, like, okay with being with Adaptai? Doesn't that, like, hurt regular people? I mean, yeah, she does have a vision, but I don't think she had a vision all those times before, right? Like, she
One
was
with
not
nature.
born with a vision.
Time to go.
Madam Ping? Is it Madam Ping? Yes, it is. And she's out.
Oh, it's Master! Is it okay if I go and say hi to her?
Oh, calm down now, dear. I'm not about to run off anywhere. I'm not a bundle of energy like you.
I haven't seen you in days, Master! I've missed you.
Oh, bless you, Yao Yao. You do say the sweetest things. Ah, look who it is. Visiting friends during the Lantern Rite, are we?
Greetings, Madam Ping.
You're half right, Madam Ping. We were also trying to help out Mr. Dvorak over here. We were on our way to take him to see the Qixing.
Hello, ma'am. I am a musician from Fontaine and an organizer of the Iridescence Tour. I don't suppose you've heard of it.
Master! The Iridescence Tour is a super famous music festival.
Super famous? Then shouldn't she know?
Oh, an old lady like me wouldn't know much about that sort of thing. A music festival, you say? It sounds terribly exciting.
If we could add some music elements to a Lantern Ride, if we could organize a Lantern Ride music festival?
Oh, right! Madam Ping, how would you feel about that? You're an elder of Liyue, and you know all about Liyue's cultural traditions. Hearing your thoughts would definitely help us figure out how best to approach it. For example, do you think it might be a bit too modern, or is there any other issue?
Why, not at all. Music pays homage to history and culture, and it can also be a bridge between different civilizations. Times change, and the music enjoyed by the youngsters of today is no doubt very different from the tunes I was accustomed to in my youth. Nevertheless, all fine things in life can be appreciated. And so, I look forward to it
Are we getting a
immensely.
story? Are we getting a story cutscene?
Hear, hear. I do believe that, my own dear grandmother aside, you are the wisest old lady I've ever met.
Goodness gracious, you're all being suspiciously sweet today. Yao Yao, whatever have you been feeding them?
Happy Pierce.
Master, you're in such a great mood today. You're even cracking jokes with the rest of us.
Oh, well, I'm sure you must have plenty to be getting on with, yes? Run
She's
along
feeding
now.
us
Don't
joy.
let me hold you up.
Thanks, Madam Ping. We'll see you again soon.
Joy Pierce. From that one game. I don't remember the game's name. Where to now? Eugene Terrace. I'm not even touching the mouse right now. You can navigate without it. Look, Ganyu is here. There you go. That's Ganyu.
And when you meet with the Ministry of Civil Affairs, please remind them that the festivities are not an excuse to procrastinate their work.
That's from Kuching, I think. The order.
Understood, Miss Ganyu. I'll take my leave now.
Ganyu!
How do you walk around and leave in real life? I need to check this. Like, how do you, like, you talk to someone and you leave, but you don't just turn around and then leave, right? You leave while turning around, right? Unless you are in like a narrow canal or something, like narrow alleyway or whatever.
What brings you here, Yao Yao?
I've brought all the medicine you asked me to pick for you. Oh, and here's a pack of sweet flower seeds as well. Also, these dried Qingshan leaves make a great pot of tea that's very good for you. I know you've had a lot to deal with at work recently, but you shouldn't push yourself too hard. If you're not careful, you'll end up falling asleep in the grass again. Well, this is weird. It's like a responsible younger sister talking to their disorganized older sister.
Paimon, you're running your mouth again. Don't listen to Paimon.
Thank you, but Paimon's criticism is quite valid. I do have a tendency to neglect matters outside of
This
work.
is not a guitar,
and that's
right?
something I should
This is
improve
more
on.
like a ukulele, I think. Because it's much smaller than a guitar. Yeah, right? I think it's much smaller than a guitar. Regular one.
Oh, my apologies. I don't believe we've been introduced.
Ah, Paimon will do the honors.
Okay.
What's wrong? Did Paimon go over everything a bit too fast? It's definitely an ambitious plan. If there's anything you didn't quite catch, Paimon's more than happy to go over it again.
It may be a little difficult to make this happen.
Oh?
Well, the Lantern Rite is the most important festival of the year. Our celebrations must not only be visually spectacular, but also appeal to the tastes of Liyue citizens from all walks of life. The Iridescence Tour is relatively unknown in Liyue. It's difficult to predict how a brand new show will be received. It would be quite risky for us to bet everything on this one music festival.
All very valid points. I completely...
Therefore, we will not replace or cancel any of our pre-existing program. However, I will submit a proposal requesting to put the Iridescence Tour special performance as the final act of this year's festivities.
Okay, we're getting some compromise.
Some live music will certainly add to the festive atmosphere on the night of the Lantern Rite. As for the venue... Let's reserve a space at the docks.
I have never seen her eyebrows and it's weirding me out. I don't know why. It's randomly popping out of her hair. It's weird. I don't know why. Why is it so thick? And like a line across her face. So we are not stealing anyone's thunder, but we will end the night on a high note.
Yes, my thoughts precisely. Now I just need to take some time to give this proposal some polish. As long as I clearly lay out the pros and cons, and highlight the key points of the proposal, given that Ping and the Traveler have both given the idea their blessing, I'm confident that Qixing will be sure to give it serious consideration.
Oh, she doesn't even say Madam Ping. She just say Ping. Or Grandma Ping. She just say Ping. So maybe Madam Ping is much younger than we think. She just looks like an old lady. Because she can just transform into like that. Right? Who knows? Why else would she like not even like say Madam before Ping? Ping. Hearing like her saying Ping sounds weird.
Mr. Dvorak, I will need to discuss with you the number of musicians who will be coming to Liyue,
Like, see?
as well as their catering
Even
and
this person.
accommodation
She says
requirements.
Mr. Dvorak.
Oh, yes, certainly. Let's step to the side and discuss further.
I know that Ganyu is probably much older than like for most of the people here. I mean, she's like thousands of years old.
As soon as
Probably
there's work
3,000
to
years
do,
old. I mean,
Ganyu
not
is
the
diligent
traveler
as
size
ever.
old. She is old relative for Adaptai. Because she was alive, as I said in my the top 10 video, she was alive and had training enough to fight in the Archon War at that point for an Adaptai. So she has to be at least 3,000 years old. Because 2,000 years ago, the Archon War ended. So the Archon War probably had happened until it happened around 3,000 years ago to 2,000 years ago, right? So she probably took part in the Archon War since the beginning, or somewhere around that. So she had to have at least 100 years of training before that, right? So it's probably she's 3,000 years old.
I couldn't agree
Or
more.
more.
Master once said that everyone has things that they are good at and things that they are less good at. So, with that in mind, Ganyu shouldn't feel compelled to become perfect at absolutely everything.
I mean, yeah, Yanfei is probably much younger because she was born after the Archon War. So that's why she doesn't have any contract with Rex Lapis and stuff, right? So yeah.
I'm good at taking care of people, so that can be left to me. Wow. Hey, Yo-Yo, can you take care of Paimon too? Paimon's getting hungry again.
Paimon, you're trying to reload again.
I'm afraid my backpack's empty now, but if you let me know what you like, I can bring you some of your favorite dishes next time we meet.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about Paimon.
Apart from lotus flower crisps, what else do you like? Anything sweet, and anything that's made from slimes.
Why does she love eating slime?
Here's what I've drafted so far. Anything else you want to add?
While none of the other characters likes eating slimes, I guess. Maybe Ningguang does, because she gave her slimes, right?
No, this is excellent. I'm racking my brains, but I don't think you've missed a single thing.
Perfect. Then we'll leave it as is. I'll go make an official copy. Oh, perfect timing. We were just wrapping up our discussion here.
That was quick.
Not at all. Every second counts for a complex proposal such as this. I will inform the Qixing of this development immediately. Please give me a moment to pass on the message. Yao Yao, thank you for bringing my herbs. I will make sure to take them.
Remember to make tea from them first, Ganyu. You mustn't just chew them raw.
I will.
Okay, I should be getting back. If Yao Yao stays out for too long, Mom and Dad will be worried sick.
So, she does have parents.
Everyone, I'm sure that the music festival will go off without a hitch, so don't worry. And in case I don't see you before, I wish you all a very happy Lantern Rite.
Thank you, Yao Yao. Happy Lantern Rite to you, too.
We should go get dinner together sometime!
My mom's too loud. Can I do this? Can I do this?
Everyone hold hands!
Nope, I can't do this. It only works in Sumero. No guys. Adjust time to 18. 18 something, right? 18. 18 it is. And there you go. After a while, Kuching and Ganyu arrive.
Greetings, Traveler, Paimon, and Mr. Dvorak. Call me Kuching.
Kuching.
Ganyu has brought me up to speed on everything. I'll get straight to the point. The Qixing have approved Ganyu's proposal. Over the next few days, I will be working with Mr. Dvorak on behalf of the Qixing to facilitate the organization of this concert.
Yay! That's awesome!
Unbelievably efficient. Kuching strikes again.
Please. The Qixing have a duty to deal with matters such as these. We have merely moved things forward to the next step. On a more personal note, I am an avid supporter of all things new and innovative. As such, it is my privilege to work with you on this exciting project.
Thank you so much, Kuching. I'd become quite discouraged after our recent failures and was expecting the same outcome once again, so I didn't dare to get my hopes up. Never in my wildest dreams could I have imagined this going so smoothly. It's like a dream come true.
Is it?
Right. Time for me to call in the performers. To stage a concert at a high-profile event like this is a rare opportunity. We'll make sure it's a night to remember.
You can like bring people overnight?
Yes! Our music band's finally getting fired up!
Yes, indeed. I know exactly what I'm doing from here. For a musician, music will always be the language they are most fluent in.
What about your ancestor? What about that fair lady?
Oh,
Fairy lady.
that. That can wait for another time.
Oh,
Ganyu? What's wrong?
they told me all about Mr. Dvorak's situation, but I was so engrossed in drafting the proposal that I forgot all about it.
Oh, that's quite all right. I don't even know what the person I'm trying to find looks like, so it was always going to be a long shot. But don't worry about me, Ganyu. Your time and energy are needed elsewhere. I'm sure you already have plenty to deal with between this concert and everything else going on during the Lantern Rite.
Thanks. It was just that I had a few initial thoughts when I heard your story. For instance, I wonder if this lady your ancestor met might have been an Adeptus. What do you think?
Maybe. It's definitely possible. We don't have enough information yet.
To tell you the truth, Mr. Dvorak, I am somewhat related to the Adepti myself. I am part human and part Qilin. The Qilin is an illuminated beast. I know how important your quest to get in touch with your roots must be to you, because I've been there myself before, trying to find out where I belonged.
Did you say the Adepti? And you're illuminated beast? Part Qilin? Are you telling me all the rumors of the Liyue Adepti are real? So it's not just artistic license?
I mean, come on, dude. You have like oceanid creatures. So obviously, other regions also have their own unique, weird mythical creatures.
You bet they're real! Trying to track them down is tough, though. Like Julian Karst itself. There's nothing specifically stopping you from going there, but getting in and out of there sure is quite an ordeal.
We
Yes.
can go in and out.
Anyway,
Yeah,
if you're
very
looking
fine.
to uncover a lost melody or shine light on a forgotten aspect of Leo's cultural history, I'm probably not the best person to ask.
It's Zhongli.
But if it's a person you're looking for, then I just might be able to help.
I see. I think I understand the situation now. In that case, Ganyu, shall we divide the work between us?
Yes, that was also my thought.
Great. So Mr. Dvorak and I will concentrate on things here in the city to make sure the concert goes according to plan. In the meantime, Ganyu will reach out to her network and try to find the person he's looking for.
She has a network? I mean, sure, probably.
How's your workload at the moment? Will you be able to make time?
I can probably get through everything in 2 days, as long as I don't sleep.
Wait, what do you mean as long as I don't sleep? Even for someone with illuminated beast blood in their veins, working for such an extended period without a break will take its toll on your health.
Somehow that does not sound persuasive coming from Kuching.
Huh?
Be it but 3 moons from the start, he who returns is not he that departs. Even I know the importance of maintaining a healthy work-life balance.
That's a idle animation thing, right?
In that case, 3 days.
Alright, I can work with that.
If you have the time, would you join me for this search? You're well known to many of the Adepti and respected among the people. I'll feel much more at ease with your company.
Of course.
Okay, then let's meet back here in 3 days.
Watch this space, Mr. Dvorak. We'll get to the bottom of this.
You're all so helpful and kind. I just...
Just think. Imagine if we found the Adeptus lady, or one of her descendants, and got them to come to the performance. Wouldn't that be amazing? It'd be such a happy reunion. And that's exactly what this festival's all about.
I'm sure the wind that guided you here feels the same way.
You're right. Okay, I'm gonna pull out all the stops to make this lantern rite a true extravaganza.
We should probably get going. Mr. Dvorak, could you come with me to confirm the site?
Ooh, we're coming too!
I was wondering, what are your thoughts on music? What does it mean to you?
Music sounds nice?
Cool beeps and boops.
Truth be told, the question of what music means to people is one that I've been pondering for quite some time. Let's revisit this question after the concert.
Cool beeps and boops. That's music. I don't know what's the symbolism behind this putting umbrellas upside down thing. Probably there's some meaning, right?
Wind Strider.
Well, I don't know.
Lady Yuhang?
She's looking at her ominously.
Baiwen, what is it?
Per Lady Ningguang's orders, I've been gathering intelligence outside of the city with the goal of uncovering and dispatching any trouble ahead of the festival. I am told that a strange melody was heard somewhere along the coast. I was wary of investigating further on my own, so I was just on my way to report this incident to Lady Ningguang.
Strange melody.
But
Oh,
I'm worried that if we don't act right away,
is this
we
the
may miss the
person's
window of
ancestor?
opportunity to take appropriate action.
I understand. In that case,
Let us handle this one.
Yeah, Kuching. You're busy enough as it is. There's a ton of different things in the city that needs your attention. Leave it to us. Don't worry. Whatever it is, we'll definitely be able to handle it. Well, she will handle it.
With the Traveler on the case, it's as good as dealt with. Thank you. This will be a great help. I will inform Lady Ningguang about the situation. Once it's resolved, please come and find me again at Yujing Terrace and let me know.
I mean, it's just music, right?
Will do. And say hi to Ningguang for us.
You have my thanks too. Stay safe and come back as soon as you're finished.
Did Paimon always have shoes? I don't remember. I thought she didn't have shoes.
Good luck.
Like Nahida? Nahida doesn't wear shoes, right? I mean, she does wear some kind of socks thing. But I thought Paimon was the same thing.
Why'd they have to give me that train?
She has shoes, but she doesn't walk. So what's the point? And the unknown goddess also has no shoes because she doesn't walk. She only floats. So that makes sense, but why is Paimon wearing shoes?
I see everything.
So probably not the unknown goddess. Paimon. Confirmed. Because they don't wear shoes. Next theory.
Hey,
No. You have to see it to get it. If you don't see it, if it's behind a thing, rock or something, you can't take something, but you can attack an enemy. I have done that. Some behind cliffs and stuff. Just the place. This is great assembly,
said
right?
this strange tomb is coming from around here, right?
It's raining.
But Paimon doesn't hear anything. There doesn't seem to be a soul in...
I was just wondering who in their right mind would come out to a place like
Yelan?
this. So,
Yelan? How'd you sneak up on us like that? You nearly gave Paimon a heart attack.
you look pretty alive to me. Can't have spooked you that bad.
Fair enough.
Shutting Paimon without saying shut up Paimon. Know anything about this strange music?
Ah, you're here for that too? Saves me a bit of explaining. Come with me. I've already reconned the perimeter, so we should be safe.
Okay. We got the best detective on the case. Best detective in Liyue, I guess. Best detective in Liyue is spy. Like it's the same thing, right?
The stuff by the door is in pretty good condition, though.
Kind of.
It can't have been too long ago that someone was last living here.
In Mondstadt, that's Diluc, I guess. And in Liyue, that's Yelan. In Inazuma, that's Heizo.
This place is completely empty. There's nothing valuable left here at all.
In Sumeru, that's Saino and Alheva. Both of them are similar, but two different ways of solving stuff.
The doors and windows are all fine, so there definitely wasn't a break-in.
No, wrong key. It's getting dark, so I can't see the keys. I haven't switched on the lights and stuff. Wait a minute. Okay. Now I can at least see a bit.
How strange. It looks like it's been looted, except for the fact that there's no sign of a struggle. The bad guys could have sneaked in while the owner was gone, but then how do you explain why the door and windows are intact?
Seems you've done a pretty thorough inspection. So, any theories on what might have happened here?
Yelan, you didn't hide some of the evidence from us on purpose, did you?
Why would you do that?
Why would I make this more difficult for you? We're on the same side here.
Okay, well... Paimon gives up then. Paimon's got nothing.
What about you? Give up as well?
It's difficult to theorize with a little evidence. It must have something to do with that melody. One theory, it's a ghost. Another theory, they left the place earlier today. This must have something to do with that melody.
Your instincts are pretty good. Or perhaps it's not instinct. The strange melody is one of the few pieces of information you have available, after all.
Yep.
Let me share a folk story with you.
Oh.
A long time ago, there used to be a group of bandits in the Liyue countryside who would sound a horn every time they were about to raid a village. But it wasn't a rallying cry to rouse their fellow men. It was a disconcerting tune, meant to intimidate the weak and warn them of their impending doom. To escape with their lives, the villagers would abandon their homes and flee overnight, taking only their most valuable belongings with them. Everything else was left behind. The bandits were eventually brought to justice, but the fear and trauma remained in the villagers' hearts. Whenever they heard that melody, they would feel like their lives were in danger once again, and flee immediately. The culprit of this crime exploited that very fear to get access to this house without having to force their way in.
That's quite the story.
The victims obviously will have gotten quite a fright, but at least they won't be in any great danger. The important thing now is to find this copycat criminal.
If we use... No, elemental side wouldn't work because... who knows if there's anyone who does have an elemental thing. You could follow their tracks.
On any other day, that'd probably be a good idea. Unfortunately, it's not gonna work today. Take a look around and you'll see what I mean. This criminal is clearly well-versed both in using music to commit crimes and in making a clean getaway. Not only did they stay off the muddy road to avoid leaving footprints, it looks like they were also careful not to bring any gadgets with so much as a trace of elemental energy. Evidently, they were intent on keeping even the most experienced investigators off their trail.
Us.
Unfortunately for them, I'm one of the best trackers in the business. They're not about to get away with their little scheme on my watch.
So basically, if we want to find the culprit, we just need to follow Yelan.
Yelan on action. The FSR2 does have some artifacting when you move around.
As long as you can keep up.
But it's fine as long as it's just not too jittery.
Since the culprit's trying to be cautious and low risk,
when they
I'll
move,
bet they left through an area with some vegetation for cover,
and
but not so much that it would slow them down.
Not artifacts, much like the edges are much sharper than SMA, right? The other one. And that one, the edges are much like blurrier. The edges get blurrier, so it doesn't feel like the upscale doesn't feel too jittery. But it's a little bit heavy on the pieces.
Here, look at this.
Oh.
These tracks are superficial, but they definitely didn't occur naturally. Something heavy was being dragged this way, meaning we're headed in the right direction.
No element traces. Yes, they have something dragged up.
Huh. Their pace is increased. Normally, people carrying a heavy load slow down as their journey goes on and they start to tire.
Maybe people join.
Whatever's motivating them to speed up must be psychological. For instance, reaching the home stretch.
Oh. Okay. She knows her stuff?
There they are! Look! A treasure hoarder tent!
Uh-huh.
Not the treasure hoarders again! And so close to Lantern Rite, too! 'Tis not the season for their antics!
Come on, let's round them up.
Let's round them up. Treasure hoarders, hello.
are you? Where did you come from?
The evidence is conclusive.
The goods.
Okay, confess and we'll go easy on you. My patience is running low, so why don't you do us both a favor,
You kidding me? You think I'm scared of you?
Perhaps not, but you should be.
Oh, we are playing as Yelan.
Quietly now.
Trial Yelan. Come on.
Curses. Seems like you're not all talk after all. But there's no going back now. Better up my game.
Come on.
You're open.
Busted.
There's just one person, but would one person do that?
Mercy! Have mercy!
Oh, it's a little late for that. I've come this far, I might as well finish the job.
I surrender! I surrender, please! I'll do whatever you say. Please have mercy.
Tell us everything. You have one chance. And I'm warning you. Don't make me ask twice.
I won't, I swear. You know, so... Lantern Rite's nearly here, and like a lot of people, I wanted to buy a few nice things. I know I'm with the treasure hoarders and everything, but I don't really have any kind of experience with robbing people and whatnot. So I don't have the guts to break into somebody's house.
Wow, you're really going to complain to us about that?
To find some job at the dock or something, like do some handiwork or something, I don't know. Right? You could do that without, like, treasure hoarding.
No, not at all. I'm just telling it how it is.
Okay. Continue.
I racked my brains trying to think of what I could do. And eventually, I remembered something from back when I was a kid. The bandits would blow their horn, and my grandma would grab us kids and run. I remember the tune, so I figured I'd try it for myself. I mean, just to see what would happen. At first, anyway, I seriously didn't expect that family to pack up and leave. But they did. And they just left all their stuff right there for the taking. It was too easy. I couldn't resist. It was completely wrong of me. I know that now. I'll return everything that I took. It's all still in perfect condition. It'll be like it was never gone. Please, give me a chance, huh? Let me make it right.
Give you a chance, huh? Sounds to me like you'd rather strike some kind of a deal than spend Lantern Rite behind bars.
Yes?
You know how to bargain, I'll give you that. It's just a pity that you didn't confess at the first opportunity. You'll have to take a walk with me. Once we've returned the goods, we'll find the owner of the house, and you can apologize to them in person.
He's going to take
After
a walk
that,
on 4
I'll
legs.
escort you to the Ministry of Civil Affairs.
4 limbs.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, as a
With,
former victim
Yelan
of this
working
kind
on
of crime
this?
yourself, I doubt anyone understands the fear you inflicted quite as well as you do. Does your greed matter more to you than your fear? More to the point, if you can play a tune from memory, don't you think you should be capable of making an honest living?
You mean...
Being a musician.
That's enough hints for you. You'll have plenty of time to reflect on all of this yourself. There's not much left to wrap up, so I'll take it from here. Guess this is where I'll say goodbye.
Well done, Yelan. Something's missing?
What is it? Is there something else?
I'm still not sure how you first got your hands on this information, so play it safe when you get back. Don't mention to anyone that you ran into me out here.
I mean, didn't Bai Yao or one of the secretary ladies give us the information?
You helped a lot with the investigation anyway, so it's perfectly fair for you to get all the credit. Just take it. It works better for me, too.
That scared her to death.
See you when I see you. And happy Lantern Rite.
Everyone's doing their job. Even in Lantern Rite.
With her taking it from here, it's as good as resolved. Whoosh! Random event, a strange melody, complete. Although, it's kind of a shame that we never got that treasure hoarder guy to play the melody again.
Why is it a shame? I'm quite curious myself.
Right? How could anyone not be? When we were chatting with Mr. Dvorak, music seemed like such a positive thing. And most music is, right? It can help us relax, feel all warm and fuzzy, recall happy memories, or even just think happy thoughts. Paimon never imagined that music could be used to commit crimes.
It comes down to the ill will of the user. The bad deeds influence the emotions associated with the music.
Oh, really? Huh. Makes sense. Paimon's musical understanding improves again! Well, anyway, now that everything's resolved, let's get back to Liyue Harbor. Byron's still waiting for us with our random event rewards.
Alright. We are stealing from the stealing person. It's like raining heavily now, right now. I don't know if you guys can hear or not, but it's so hot. Very. Okay, we are 1 kilometer away. Almost. All right. Lightning strikes where eternity is. They say lightning strikes on gravestones or something, right? So maybe rocks are eternal. Not eternal, but it's kind of symbolic.
Everything's all sorted.
That's great news. Oh, please wait here a moment if you would be so kind. Lady Ningguang instructed me to advise her upon your return.
Uh-huh. Hear the thunder?
My greetings to both of you. Long time no see.
Oh. Her voice sounds a little bit different.
No need to be so formal with us, Ningguang. We've known each other for a long time now.
Now that I think about it, like, Ningguang's skin is so pale, right? It's so pale. Wait a minute. Alright, I'm back. Okay.
On the contrary, I think it is those that I have known longest to whom I should extend the greatest courtesies. Alas, on a different day, I would invite both of you inside for some tea and a brief respite from your travels. But you're quite right. Trivial matters aside, there's no escaping the fact that we have a grand concert to organize. Once the performance itself is over, we'll then need to invite the representatives of the Iridescence Tour for a discussion on future collaboration opportunities.
Oh.
The financing arrangements alone could well entail many rounds of discussion.
Why do I feel like Ningguang's voice is a bit different now?
Simply put, there will always be work to do.
Whoa, you're already thinking that far ahead?
Well, we can discuss more current affairs if you'd prefer.
You know?
I trust you saw this year's Mingxiao lantern at the docks when you arrived at the city?
Yeah, it looked like a goose. Which Adeptus is it modeled on this time?
Cloud Retainer.
Sea Gazer.
Oh, Sea Gazer. Okay.
I believe you're familiar with the name.
Yes.
Legend holds that he was free-spirited and easygoing. People described him as a cheerful soul and a loyal friend.
Yup, J Chamber is built upon that guy's treasure. I remember.
On this marvelous lantern rite, we pray that the fallen heroes may be guided home. If the sound of music can flow like the rivers and streams into every corner of the land, Perhaps the souls of those who have gone before us will hear the song of a new era. I wonder whether the melodies will be to their liking.
Oh, they're gonna love them. I'm sure of it. At least, if the guy you mentioned is anything to go by, the Adepti and Heroes of the Past sound like a positive and free-spirited, cheerful bunch. They're sure to be open to new music.
Well, let's hope so. I heard that you'll be going on a search with Ganyu to find the descendants of a fairy lady from a Fontaine legend. I'm sure this quest to uncover the truth behind an ancient story will turn into a most charming tale.
I mean, yeah, sure.
Do share it with me, won't you? I couldn't bear to miss out.
You know, the series are called fairies in most other languages, right? In their different pronunciations and languages, yeah. So they all translate to fairy, as I said in that theory of mine. But I think they are much more like angels than fairies, but sure. I mean, they both have wings and they are both humanoid-like shape, but angels are not fake creatures. So that's why I said angels are more towards like gods, Gnosticism, those types of weird stuff, right? Supernatural stuff. And fairies are more like fake creatures with elves, imps, I think, and Spriggans and fairies, right? Those kinds of stuff. And in fantasy, those are fantasy creatures, fake creatures. And angels and stuff are godly, heavenly creatures. That's why I say more like angels than fairies, even though it says fairy. A fairy doesn't make sense. But who knows? Maybe it's... yeah. They call it fairy in this, even though they are angels actually. Absolutely. Oh. Where are we teleporting to? Oh, what is this? Oh, it's a quest menu. It's actually pretty nice, cool looking. I hope they release like a actual like wallpaper of this. Like a. I wish they didn't have these all UI stuff. If so, I could have used it as a like a live wallpaper. You know, these stuff, they're just blocking stuff, right?
The world.
Oh, they also have quests. Quests on top of quests. I'm sure they are like not too long quests.
It's constant over the centuries. But human life is like the dew at dawn, or a bubble rising through water. Transitory.
All the quests are coming to me. Still more? Festive anecdotes, event details, festive anecdotes. Part 2, okay. There you go. I think this is the one we have to do. The quest, right? These are all the event quests. The doing stuff quest, you know. So we'll go with this. Jay, what's this? Okay. 8 to 10. 8 to... yeah, 8 to 10. Wait, following day or what? Wait on 2 days later. 2 days later. 8. That's not 2 days, right? That's just 1 day. Maybe 2 days. 1. We are finishing 1. Now it's going into 2, I think. Now it's 2. Maybe? No, it's not 2, right? We have to go another one. Let's see. No. What did I say? They give the option to rotate twice, but then they always give the quest to 2 days. what's even point of the two-way cycle? Two spins. It's lightning too. I don't know if we lose power or something randomly. Hopefully not. But we might lose power randomly.
Looks like it's about time for us to meet up with Ganyu. Let's head
If
to
it gets
Ancient
really heavy raining and heavy thunder, I will probably stop because if I don't do that, the stream will keep going until power comes back without me having able to stop it. It will probably stop soon. Hopefully.
Greetings, Traveler and Paimon. What time is it?
Are you okay, Ganyu?
8 a.m.
Off there. Didn't you...
I'm fine. Don't worry about me. Let's discuss the matter at hand. Since last time, I've been thinking a lot about the story Paimon told me. In essence, someone rescued a drowning man and performed some music. If that were all there was to it, it could have been many people, human or Adeptus.
They played music and saved the person, right?
But the tune was allegedly so wonderful that the drowning man forgot about everything else, even his own impending
You
death,
hear that?
and only came to his senses after being brought to shore. Perhaps there was an adeptal power at work in that music that he, as a mortal, could not perceive. Or perhaps he sensed a power surrounding him but lacked the words to describe it, not knowing where it came from. Either way, if this part of the story is true, then the rescuer has to have been an Adeptus.
You really think so? But this story is all the way from Fontaine. Isn't this a bit of a long shot? Also, Paimon's really curious about how people from Fontaine think this fairy lady looked.
Maybe they imagine having wings?
Ooh, like a crystal fly's wings? That would be pretty cool. But Paimon definitely can't imagine any of the Adepti looking like that. Actually, Ganyu, if you had to save a drowning person, how would you go about it?
Huh? Me? Well, I'd get them to the shore, and then I'd probably hide behind a tree and watch them for a while. Once I was sure that they were going to be okay, I'd slip away without a sound.
So stealthy, so cute.
Got it. So basically, Ganyu's the type of person who doesn't like taking credit for her good deeds.
No, it's not like that. I'm just not very good at explaining things.
Hear that?
And I also find it really awkward accepting other people's gratitude.
Rite and scolding.
What if this Adeptus in the story had a similar attitude? That would explain why she just left without saying a word. She was probably thinking something like, one was merely passing by and saw fit to address this egregious disruption to one's graceful zithering at once. You may keep your things to yourself.
That was actually a very good impression of Cloud Retainer, Paimon. As far as I'm aware, Cloud Retainer isn't the most musically gifted. Still, we can't completely rule her out just yet. If we set off now, we could head to Mount Outsung and ask her about it. You'll be able to confirm either way if it's her, and I can,
You can what?
I've been in Lea Harbor for so long now that I'm just not as familiar with the Adepti anymore. If there's anything we want to know about them, she's the best person to ask.
That one was loud.
Sounds great! And we're pretty close with Cloud Retainer by now, so we probably don't even need to bring her food this time, right?
I've prepared a gift for her to mark the festival, just in case. However...
You still have some reservations.
Cloud Retainer spends most of her days studying mechanisms in her abode. She's on her own so much of the time that the moment she has someone to chat with, She just... Never mind. I promised I'd help Mr. Dvorak, and now that I've made the contract, I can't be having second thoughts. Traveler, Paimon, let's set off for Cloud Retainer's abode.
Seems like
Is this going to happen like every other day? Every evening? Since it's probably starting to become the rainy season, right? Soon. From February to like the April stuff like that, right? I don't know. Then again, it's like random time, right? It's usually April around those times. It's a rainy season, but who knows? If rain continues like without stop in the evenings, I will move the streams onto mornings because it's not very healthy to stream with the lightning storms.
Paimon gets why she'd be so anxious. Okay, how about this? If Cloud Retainer tries to start telling stories about her again this year, we should pipe up and change the topic. Wait, did she leave already? Hey, Ganyu, wait up!
She goes, but we can teleport. Small creatures captured and trained by treasure holders. It's been a while since I visited this place. Culinary and the ruins. Leyline
I'm so tired from trying to keep up. Don't either of you need to take any breaks?
I can't believe it. Cloud Retainer is not here.
Huh? How can you tell that?
Huh? Did we miss her?
She doesn't like to travel, so in the past, it's always been the other Adepti who come to visit her during the festivals.
Could she be busy with something else right now? Could she have run into trouble?
Somehow Paimon doubts that anything could cause serious trouble for her.
True. Now that I think about it, Cloud Retainer would be quite capable of taking care of anything on her own. There's no need to worry about her. Since she's not here, I guess the next step is to check all the other Adepti abodes, one by one.
Uh-oh. Will it involve a lot more traveling? Got it! Paimon has a great idea!
Please go on, Paimon.
Our goal here is to find the Adeptus that helped Dvorak's ancestor, right?
Yep.
We can't hear any music right now, but if she's really as nice as the story suggests, she'd definitely come to help anyone who was drowning, right?
What if she's already dead?
Yes, I think that's fair to say.
So, all we have to do is get the Traveler to pretend to fall into the water, and the Adeptus will come to the rescue!
Oh. For a second, my monitor turned off, so I thought like power went out, but it didn't. With a heavy lightning strike. I don't know if anything happened. Probably not, because I have a UPS and it protects everything. Like it alternates the currents and stuff, right? Because it stores energy and gives out little by little, stuff like that. Are you sure? Why don't you try?
You know perfectly well that Paimon can't swim! Paimon would sink like a rock!
Huh. I just think it's a bad idea. I guess I can give it a try. I just think it's a bad idea.
water's pretty deep over there. Quick, swim to the very center.
You can't drown in this place. It's too shallow.
Help! Help! Someone's drowning! If only there was a kind-hearted Adeptus here to save us! Oh no! Whatever will a Paimon do?
Paimon. What the hell?
What is going on?
And it's Xiao. He's not going to help.
How do you feel right now?
Oh wait, Shenha is there too. Okay, wow.
Shenhe! And the Conqueror of Demons.
Why don't you say something? Please don't make Paimon explain it. Okay, fine. Paimon will explain. We're looking for an Adeptus who's good at being a lifeguard and playing music. But if the Adepti aren't gonna stay home, then how are we supposed to find them?
It wasn't me.
Yeah, so this Adeptus is most likely a woman.
No, not you.
And I am not an Adeptus, as you both already know, Traveler and Paimon.
Okay, so this is Paimon's fault. No way Paimon would have suggested this idea if she'd known how awkward this was gonna be.
I'm fine. Sorry to trouble you both.
Glad you're okay.
Tsundere. You're leaving already?
As far as I know, the one you seek is no Yaksha. And one last thing. Your actions here caused others a great deal of worry. Do not repeat them again in the future.
Tell that to Paimon.
As ever, the Conqueror of Demons comes and goes, just like the wind. Right. I didn't dare to say a word just now. How's your training going, Shenhe? Have you made any plans for Lantern Rite? We could spend it together in Liyue Harbor if you'd like.
I had planned to spend the festival with Master this year. However...
Oh, speaking of Cloud Retainer, when did you see her last?
Earlier this morning. She set off for Mount Hulao at dawn. I noticed she was using an Adeptus art of some kind to protect a mechanism that looked like a boiler. Maybe it was a gift for Mountain Shaper.
Oh,
I did
it's
not
that
inquire.
thing she does every Lantern Rite, the cooking thing, right?
So we just missed her.
Oh, was it the Moon Chase event? I don't remember. Either one.
Please excuse me for a moment. I think I'll leave the gift in her abode.
Sure. Thank you.
Like, right?
Sounds like
See
Ganyu
that
and
Shenhe has
gotten
to
a lot
have like a
closer recently.
Shenhe has to have like a relatively high tolerance with. She has a different physique, and that's how she resists the Adepti. But how's Yao Yao doing that without any backlash?
Yes. During the summer and winter, I continue to train with Master. In the other months of the year, I have been learning to adapt to human life in Liyue Harbor. Ganyu arranged accommodations for me in the city, and also recommended several work positions for me. But when I try to blend in by referring to her as Miss Ganyu or Lady Ganyu, like the others, she says I mustn't address her like that. Sometimes I'm supposed to copy other people, sometimes I'm not. It's a little difficult to keep track of everything.
Ganyu just doesn't want you to be too courteous, courteous, right? Courteous around her. Ganyu gets embarrassed when people call her Lady Ganyu.
Oh, is that what it is? Noted. So, you came looking for Master today because you wanted to ask her about the Mystery Adeptus.
Every time
Is
like
that right?
lightning strike, I hear the crackling sound in my earphones because it changes the the static electricity stuff like around us, right?
Yep. Oh, speaking of that, have you ever heard any music while out training in the mountains?
Music? What is that?
She doesn't know music.
A kind of a happy or relaxing sound, or a nerve-wracking sound, or even a terrifying one.
Okay, I'm done. I also left her a note so that she knows where to find us. We won't miss her again.
Yay! That's really helpful. Thanks!
We were just talking about this thing called music, and based on Paimon's description, I do believe I hear it every day. Please follow me.
She will show us something weird.
Oh, really?
That is
Great!
not at all relevant. Hear that? People say that weird bird crying out is Xiao, but screw that. Xiao just came here and now he's crying. Come on. Oh. What's actually here?
This is the place. I enjoy training here to the sound of music.
Paimon's got death! Paimon can't hear anything!
My condolence, Paimon.
Oh, whew! Paimon hasn't gone deaf after all! Paimon heard you when you just spoke. Anyway, where is this music?
The faint sound of birdsong, the quiet murmur of the streams. These are relaxing sounds. Are they not the music of which you speak?
Nope.
Oh,
But maybe.
Paimon wasn't quite done with the description. Okay, fine. It's all Paimon's fault. What we're looking for are not the sounds of nature, but melodies played on special instruments.
Oh. And a melody is?
Go on, Paimon. Sing us a nursery rhyme. Kanye, why don't you sing that folk song you sing at Glaze Lake?
Huh?
Hey, why don't you just sing that one melody Shen has heard before? It'll probably help her to understand what we're talking about.
Fingers crossed that won't affect any bubble blast. Is this? No! This is a new one! There was one in Inazuma after Ayaka's story quest. And one we copied Barbara in the Bubble Flower popped up after that. And this is a new one.
Oh, was that from the opera that Yunjin sang?
Oh! The opera! That's why I felt like I have heard it before.
That was a melody, and melodies can be called music.
It felt like I was transported back to the past. In my mind's eye, I could see the Zhao lanterns lighting up the night sky again. We're all there, raising our glasses and drinking to our heart's content on the Jade Chamber. As I watched Yunjin's performance, I felt a warm sensation in my heart. And as the drink reached my stomach, it went from warm to hot. When you hummed that melody just now, feelings from a whole year ago came right back to me, as strong as they were on that day.
Yeah, just explaining these people music.
So that's the power of music.
Wow, Shenhe. That was so deep. Music definitely has the power to bring up memories. It's like a time capsule with all the special moments from our lives squished inside. What about you, Ganyu? Are there any melodies that have left a deep impression on you?
I don't remember if my parents ever sang any lullabies to me. I know some local folk songs.
I mean, yeah,
And
sure,
a
probably.
few other things come to
It's
mind
like
too.
3,000 years ago.
The songs of the sailors down at the docks. The little ditties that the vendors call out in front of their beloved shops. The tunes of folk artists performing on the streets.
All the sounds of Liyue Harbor.
Yes, that's right. In the past, whenever I heard the sound of those tunes, I always felt that they were worlds apart from me. Nenny and Liyue probably view me as a non-human. And they are right, in the sense that I never could connect with humans' artistic expression and their sentiments. So I haven't been able to integrate into their community and be a part of their lives. At least, that's the view I held in the past. Only more recently did I start to realize that the only barriers are ones that I have erected with my imagination. The way those melodies make me feel isn't all that different from other people after all. They're about mundane details of everyday existence. Life's ups and downs, joys and sorrows.
Where is like Hutao going to join this quest? I always ask this question. Like, how are they going to mush the other characters into this?
Even though we come from different backgrounds and have different stories to tell, when it comes down to the most common things that we see and experience around us each day in the city, in that sense, we're all the same.
You go, Ganyu! You're really making progress. You have loads of friends in Liyue Harbor when you think about it. Like, okay, maybe some are more like coworkers and bosses, but at the very least, Keqing and Shenna are your friends now, right?
Yes, I am. Technically speaking, we should refer to each other by the conventional forms of address used among fellow disciples. But now that I know what constitutes a friendship, I do believe we are more friends than co-disciples.
Thank you, everyone.
Once the days are warmer, I would like to host you at my home in the city. Please invite Keqing as well. I've planted many types of flowers. I'm sure some of them will be to your taste.
Sure. Ganyu would appreciate that.
You are too kind. I couldn't possibly.
Nonsense. You are my friend. I have cultivated and cared for the flowers just as you taught me. Once you've seen them for yourself, I am sure you can advise me how to do an even better job next time. I will save some for decoration. We can feast on the rest.
Thank you in advance. Wait, what is that saying again? If you insist?
This is already something you hear from these two. Eating flowers.
Do people say that? I'm not completely sure either.
It doesn't matter, okay? You got the point across. No need to split hairs. Paimon's more concerned about your idea of a girls' night out. Eating flowers? Really? Does this have anything to do with you both being the disciples of that illuminated bird?
That illuminated bird. I doubt Keqing will be munching on any flowers.
Who dares refer to one not by one's adept's title, but merely as that illuminated bird?
That illuminated bird? She's here.
Master.
Our greetings, Cloud Retainer.
Ah! There it is! The illuminated bird has landed!
Double humph. Now she has the gall to use it rather than she, even after being chastised once already. Barely a moment has passed since we last met, and yet your impertinence has reached new heights. Very well. If you refuse to learn your lesson, one shall scold you no further. One has received your message from Ganyu. On the matter of the Adeptus you seek, one suspects to know their identity. Well, shall one lead the way?
Yes, please, Cloud Retainer.
I still have to complete my training for today, so I will bid farewell to everyone here.
Very well. Await my arrival at one's abode later this night. On this special occasion, you should indulge yourself with some savory dishes.
Happy Lantern Rite, Shin.
If you want to release a Shao Lantern, come and find us anytime. Thank you, everyone. Happy Lantern Rite to you too.
Well, and she's gone. And she's singing too. That's it. Aura Rite. And it's far away. Oh, we are going to Gweli Plains. Dangerous Laura. I was hoping for a Dendro Regismine, but yeah, sure. Electro is fine too.
Is this Gweli Plains? Cloud Retainer, why did you bring us here?
Ganyu is of course familiar with the name Guizhong, but have you ever heard of her?
I've definitely heard it somewhere.
Guizhong is another name of Agentis, the god of dust. She was
Agentis.
extroverted in nature and adored social gatherings and inventions alike.
I guess this is her adapter's name. Hergastus. Huh. I wonder if there's a demon name in this name, right? Similar names. Augustus. I have to write that down somewhere because I want to look it up later when we react to other stuff. The new TV or something, right? YouTube. Augustus. Okay.
Long ago, this region was yet a prosperous assembly. Guizhong often invited her friends to visit her home, reserving for us seats around the largest stone table. Seagazer would always bring out his latest treasure and place it upon the table. He could be quite the braggart. Though usually a mild-mannered fellow, when it came to those collectibles he was so fond of, he always loved to show them off.
Paimon remembers that name. So that's what Seagazer was like.
He was an old friend and a former rival. One has many memories of him. Once he had brought out the treasure, it would predictably become the center of attention. Neither Guizhong nor one was content to let him just steal the spotlight. So we would then also present our proudest mechanical creations.
Alright, Guizhong is also like into making stuff, right?
As Adepti, we were each gifted in our own ways, and naturally proud of our accomplishments in our respective fields of expertise. As a result, one often quarreled with Seagazer. His treasures were not even of his own making. He just used his exploration skills to dig them out of the ground. How, pray tell, could he compare to me, when every single one of one's accomplishments were crafted by one's own hand?
I mean, yeah, that's his own skill, right?
Cloud Retainer, you are getting competitive again.
One digresses. Regardless, every time an argument occurred, Guizhong would come over to watch us during our mutual lambastings. On some occasions, she would join in, and on others, she'd take one of us by the limb and start uttering the most ridiculous nonsense.
Like what?
What kind of nonsense?
No kind of nonsense were we spared. Sometimes she would brazenly opine, why argue between yourselves when neither of you could ever hope to beat me? Other times, she would make unsolicited suggestions, such as, once you two are done arguing, let's go to the foot of the mountain and grill some meat.
Yeah.
She always sought to make everyone happy, and one must say, she had quite the gift for it. No matter what nonsense she said, one never felt bothered or offended. It also helped that she never referred to one as that illuminated bird or lady bird.
Come on, get over yourself!
Anyway, just as our impassioned arguments would reach the apex of acrimony, Marchosius would bring his delectable dishes to the table. Who would dare snub the stove god and his wondrous creations? At the sight of him, we would all immediately drop the argument and prepare the table for a night of feasting and drinking. Back then, one was always bothered by how the cups Rex Lapis brought were always too square for one's taste. Can you see yourselves ever enjoying a drink from a square cup?
Square cups. So, he really likes squares. Okay. Geometrical shapes. Just like his skills. That does sound annoying. I didn't think I'd really mind. I don't think I'd really mind.
Then you are most tolerant, but that is its own virtue. Even one could never find fault with Marchosius's cooking. As we ate, Guizhong would continue to find topics for conversation, filling the table with humor and laughter. Each of those old fossils had their character flaws and points of obstinacy. So why was it that whenever we dined together, we always had a marvelous time? We would drink together from a spot high in the mountains, until the moon set and the sun rose, and only then would the banquet finally come to an end. Streetwood Rambler would often remain to admire the flowers with Guizhong before returning to her own abode. The glaze lilies were far more abundant back then. Entire fields of them would appear to the eye as a veritable sea of flowers.
Streetwood Rambler. I guess that's another adapti of God. I don't know. Maybe. Would often remain to admire the flowers with Guizhong. Okay. So yeah, that's another adapters.
Streetward Rambler?
That would be Ping.
Ah.
You probably know her as Madam Ping.
Oh,
okay. Wait, this is a lovely story and everything, but didn't we come here to find that Adeptus from Mr. Dvorak's story? Or are you saying that it was Guizhong? Didn't she, already...
Well, you know, things happen and power lost, and now we are back, I guess. I'm going to finish this today, either way. The quest timing. We got a little bit of this part, but we have to do it again because power lost, and it came back just after that.
Cloud Retainer,
Why did you...
Ganyu is of course familiar with Guizhong. Long ago, Sea Gazer.
Paimon remembers that.
He was an old. Once he had brought out the treasure, it would predictably, as adept, his treasures.
Cloud Retainer, you are getting competitive again.
What kind of...
No kind of. She always sought. It also helped. Anyway, just who would dare? Back then, one was always bothered by how the cups Rex Lapis brought were always too square for one's taste. Precisely. Even one could never. Each of those old. We would drink together from a spot high in the mountains until the moon set. Streetwood Rambler would often.
Streetwood Rambler?
That would be Ping. You probably know her as Madam Ping.
Okay, this is where we stopped, right?
Okay. Wait, this is a lovely story and everything, but... are you saying that it was Guizhong?
Alas, long has one avoided this place for precisely that reason. The sights here are a reminder of a time long gone, and evoke much sorrow.
Oh, wait. My settings are all over the place and it's gone crazy. So I have to fix them a little bit at a time. Yeah, I think it is fine.
One should have guessed that you would disrupt one's poignant moment of mourning with your incessant questioning. No matter, one will share the whole story with you now.
Oh, cutscene time, cutscene time.
In times gone by, one quarreled oft with Guizhong concerning mechanical principles. We each had our ideals, and neither would yield. Under the pretext of a social gathering, one invited the impartial Rex Lapis to judge the quality of our creations. I think, right? But Rex Lapis declared that Guizhong's obscuro vulpus mechanism was superior.
Oh, that's Guizhong. Okay. Oh, this is Cloud Retainer.
One was too proud to acknowledge it.
I mean,
in one's
she's hot.
heart, one knew that Guizhong was indeed the superior talent in the mechanical arts. As for the story between Guizhong and Streetwood Rambler, that begins with a certain bell. In Guizhong's opinion,
that bell.
While mechanisms were no substitute for human composers, they were yet capable of producing simple but fine melodies. But Streetwood Rambler believed music to be an expression of the
That's
soul,
Madam Ping.
an emotional enterprise that could never hope to be replicated by machinery. They argued endlessly until one asked Rex Lapis to intercede. He confiscated the bell and designated it for ceremonial use.
That's a cool outfit for
One
Zhongli.
would often find them convening in the mountains, discussing music, mechanics, and all the affairs of the mortal world. But these good times were not to last.
Wait, what was the letters?
The gods, and soon engulfed the
There's a Pyroyaksha.
Guizhong was overpowered by the enemy
and
fell in
Geoyaksha.
battle. When Streetwood Rambler and I arrived at the scene at long last, all that remained among the ruins was her lifeless body. After this, at Streetwood Rambler's request, Rex Lapis granted her the cleansing bell for safekeeping. To honor our friend's memory, one made a few finishing touches to her ballistic device. Many lantern rites have passed since then. Many greetings and goodbyes.
So Cloud Retainer is the one who plays the Guizhong.
Plains?
No. It's everything.
Right.
We think of human life as like a lantern that's lit one minute and extinguished the next. But are we Adepti so different? Perhaps as dust settles
Wait,
after a
I'm
storm,
confusing characters.
we too
Oh,
must one
that's
day
Madam
return
Ping.
to the world below.
The streetward rambler. I forgot, like,
One has always been austere and private by
Cloud
nature,
Rite has the glasses.
and has never relished socializing. One's dealings with Guizhang were born out of discussions on the discipline of mechanics.
Guizhang is such a like different character to the to Madam Ping and Cloud Rite, you know, that it's hard to differentiate between those two, and Guizhang is much easier. I need to look that again for that weird, that word things with purple stuff, right? So I need to look at this again.
What? You have loads of friends, and you seem pretty chatty.
Just because one is not ignorant of social graces does not mean one is fond of them. One is perfectly capable of partaking in conversation despite being introverted. But in the end, one is nothing like Streetward Rambler. She is dauntless but thoughtful, not to mention eloquent and wise. Moreover, her friendship with Guizhang was far greater than one's own. Back when they were rivals, they would often compete against one another in the realm of musical composition. That cleansing bell was one of Guizhang's proudest works, having the ability to both compose and perform.
I really need to look at that trailer teaser again, because I didn't get the big picture of that.
Wait, that's weird. Didn't Madam Ping say she pestered an old friend for that bell? And she also said something about
That's
being
Rex Rabbit,
a
right?
vain
That's
beauty
the
when she was young.
he
or
asked for the
something.
bell, right? After Guizhang died.
Streetward Rambler, a vain beauty. My foot.
My foot. That's a good insult.
That bell has a sad history. Clearly, she refrained from sharing with you the truth of its origins, since the right time had not yet come. As for her old friend, who else could it be? As soon as Streetward Rambler heard that a certain Zhang Li wished to borrow the bell, she realized that the man was none other than Rex Lapis, and that he had made an enormous decision. After all, we all have known each other for several millennia. Some things between us are implicitly understood.
Whoa! So they were talking in secret code? Oh, Paimon did not see that one coming.
Enough of your intrusions. Where was one up to? Ah, yes. One remembers now. The cleansing bell is powered by a mechanical art, and can be used to great effect as an accompanying instrument. After the passing of its creator, it was used on numerous occasions during rites of parting. But Streetward Rambler did not acquire it from Rex Lapis for the purpose of producing further funerary tunes. No. Each time she rang it, it was to play the tune that Guizhang composed on it.
I mean, yeah, it's some kind of tune, but it's not that complicated, right? It's just a bell.
The two once clashed over their beliefs about the meaning of music. Who would have thought that with Guizhang's passing and Streetward Rambler's mourning, two tunes composed in discord would eventually become one harmonious composition?
Because first they showed Cloud Rite and Guizhang fighting and seeing whose design is better and stuff, right? Then she went on to fight with Ping, Madam Ping.
Once upon a time, Streetward Rambler also loved gatherings, liquor, and music. But after Guizhang passed, she preferred her own company. She could often be found sitting alone at a mountain summit, contemplating and reminiscing with her zither.
Zither. Oh, so it's not a Guizhang. Zither.
The music would go from mournful to soothing to impassioned.
I'm not that versed in what the actual instruments are or they look like.
Many years passed before she finally composed a melody to her satisfaction. In celebration, she played the tune to the clouds. Regrettably, one has only ever heard her play that tune once. Which brings one back to the matter you've been investigating. Perhaps it was during that performance that the ancestor of your Fontaine friend fell into the water and was saved by Streetwood Rambler.
Ah, so Madam Ping was the one who saved him.
But if she was so happy with the melody, why would she only play it once?
One was also greatly perplexed by this. After suppressing one's curiosity for a long while, one finally approached her and asked why she would retire the tune after having spent so long on it. In response, she said, "Though the strings that played that melody survive, the one who inspired it is gone. Tell me, Cloud Retainer, when the one attuned to my soul is no longer here, who else could hope to understand this tune?"
Aw, poor Madam Ping.
I just remember being taken care of by you when I was young. Once the Archon War came to an end, I stayed behind in Liyue Harbor to honor my contract. Although I met Guizhong a few times, I never knew anything of this particular story.
Guizhong was quite the visionary, but tragically passed before her time. Her manuscripts still lie unfinished in the realm of clouds. Blank pages give one cause for contemplation on what might have been.
What if Memory of Dusk is actually a key to opening her stuff? Like a key of Kaj Nesut?
Had you not decided to search for that mystery Adeptus, perhaps these stories too would have been lost to the sands of time. As of now, you know the truth. That the Adeptus who rescued the drowning man was none other than Streetwood Rambler. Do you intend to discuss this with her?
Maybe not.
Do you mean Ping might find the topic too distressing?
Precisely. The passing of our old friend is a heavy topic that both of us are usually careful to avoid.
If I may be so bold, Cloud Retainer, could it be that this is just your own personal opinion?
Oh? How so?
I've been in Liyue Harbor for quite a long time now, and I've witnessed many farewells along the way. So I, too, am well acquainted with the pain of the passing of a loved one. But this doesn't bring the city or its people to a standstill. They have to keep moving forward. Someone as perceptive and wise as Ping will surely have come to understand and embrace this. Though these immortal mountains have lost an Adeptus, the harbor of mortals has gained a wise elder. No loss can ever be undone. But there is always much that can still be gained. Ping has helped countless people, and will guide many others in the years to come. And all to whom she extends a helping hand become her friends. People she can admire flowers and discuss music with. Though it is heartbreaking to lose a kindred spirit, life goes on. Because there are new friends waiting for you further down the road.
We even asked Madame Ping what she thought about adding a music festival to this year's Lantern Rite. When we get back, why don't we just ask her if she'd like to perform? Maybe we can even get her up on stage.
You youngsters and your imaginations.
Why don't you come with us? It's been a long time since you last spoke with Ping.
Yes.
And Liyue Harbor is always decorated so beautifully during the festival period.
But come in your human form.
Is not every lantern
Humanoid
the
or
same
whatever
in this
form.
regard? Were there ever anything new to discuss? One in Ping could meet any day of the year.
I disagree. Each new day and each new year is different from those that have come before. How long will you simply let them pass you by?
If nothing else, do it for Ganyu.
The edibles she brought this time were indeed quite delectable. Very well. Then one will be off. If the other old fossils have sneaked away into the city to amuse themselves, one shall soon find out.
All right. We should be getting back to the harbor as well. We don't want to keep her waiting. Once the Guili Assembly, now the Guili Plains. Say, if we planted flowers there and cared for them carefully enough, do you think that one day we'd be able to recreate the sea of glaze lilies?
Allow one to take back one's praise from a moment prior. You are still far too given to flights of fancy, child.
What? Cloud Retainer? You were still listening?
One observed that you were making no effort to leave, and returned to chasten and hasten you. This time, one is departing in earnest.
What the hell? Can you just leave? You have no choice. Oh man. Still, I don't know how they are going to like apply Hu Tao into this. Just like that. Reloader
Everything
seeds.
for the music festival is
Oh, wow.
smoothly.
Preparations for the music festival. And they both are here.
Whoa! Madam Ping? And Cloud Retainer?
It appears you made haste after all. One arrived but moments before you.
Oh, bless my soul. To what do I owe the honor? How nice of you all to come and visit me.
Miss Illuminated Bird, haven't you said anything yet?
Said what, precisely? And why should one be tasked with saying it?
'Cause you're the one who's known Madam Ping the longest.
Straight word. Or rather, presumably, you would prefer to be addressed as Ping?
Oh, Cloud Retainer, you are uncommonly polite today.
Given that Lantern Rite is almost upon us, the weather in the city is most pleasant, and a sweet floral fragrance lingers in the air. Gone you? Please continue.
Passing the ball.
Huh? All right. So, this all started because we were trying to help Mr. Dvorak find the Adeptus who saved his ancestor's life.
Okay.
Cloud Retainer informed us that the one who played that melody and rescued the drowning man was none other than yourself.
Let me think. Yes, I do believe I recall that encounter. What a long time ago that was. I'm surprised that you still remember it. Even more astonishing, perhaps, is the fact that this story has survived this long at all.
Like
when
how
mortal
long?
lives are so very brief. It appears that she has proven herself right once again.
Who's she?
We like to
Gui
call her
Zhong.
Gui Zhong. From the look in Cloud Retainer's eyes, I sense that she has already told you all about her.
Albeit reluctantly, one might add.
There is no harm done. After all, Lantern Rite's very purpose is to commemorate the heroes who gave their lives for Liyue. Although Gui Zhong did not live to see the splendid sights of today, she was as much a hero as any other.
So, how has she proven herself right again exactly?
Once upon a time, she said to me that humans were a weak form of life that she wished to protect with her wisdom.
This is what she said to Zhongli too, right?
But as she interacted more and more with them, her opinions on them began to change. She marveled at the beautiful complexity of their spirits, the sheer splendor of all they could accomplish through their hard work and intelligence. She told us that to underestimate human potential would be to make a grave mistake. With the smallest amount of guidance, enormous power can be unleashed in them.
Power with numbers?
And a human who has reached their full potential may well be her equal. Someone who could have as much to teach an adeptus as to learn from them.
She always had a way with words. That her mechanical accomplishments were judged superior to one's own was, one suspects, in large part due to her sheer eloquence.
Speaking of mechanics, Cloud Retainer, do you still remember that potted plant mechanism? The one that the two of you gave me as a gift?
Of course. Guizhong and one both put an immense amount of effort into that gift. It would be no overstatement to call it a testament to each of our individual technical genius.
As Guizhong once said, it takes every blade of grass and every flower to make a homeland. When I see the sight of Liyue Harbor before us today, I am reminded of this.
Madame Ping looks very emotional right now.
Well, she's been through a lot in her time.
Of all of us, it was Guizhong who was the fondest of these grand and exciting occasions. If she were still with us, I'm quite sure she would still be trying to best Cloud Retainer's finest works at every opportunity.
Liyue Harbor is always filled with the sound of music at this time of the year. If she were here, one is certain that she would seek you out to discuss and debate the virtues of various melodies.
Oh yeah, music! We've been dying to ask. What was the melody that you played back then? Oh, also, with you being such a music expert and all, why don't you join the concert as a performer?
I can make arrangements right away.
Oh, as much as I don't wish to dampen your enthusiasm, it's been a long time since I played this zither. My fingers don't have the dexterity they once did, and whenever I play that tune, it always reminds me of her. I start wondering what she would think of the changes I have made to her melody. There was a period of time whenever I started strumming, it almost felt like she was back again. Sitting right there on the stone stool next to me, chatting away. Skybracer and Seagazer too.
Now I want to hear this thing even more. Because like they are saying this is such a cool tune and like whatever, right? So I want to hear it. They are making so much curiosity and like they are not going to probably play it.
No matter how much time goes by, the moment that melody starts playing, it transports me right back to that time in my memory.
So the past still weighs heavily on your heart?
Well, I would be lying to myself if I claimed to have completely moved on. But that is not to say that grief doesn't get easier with time. Despite the sadness, I have found many things that bring me joy in life. It is simply the nature of the world in which we live that even if one wished to mourn for an eternity, it would be a nigh impossible feat. Just look at this potted plant. Isn't it stunning?
It takes an honest and open mind to confront and conquer grief. You have indeed made progress.
Be that as it may, I shall leave the Lantern Rite stage to the youth of today.
Well, if you're sure.
Granny!
Oh.
Whoa, what's everyone doing here?
Did something bad happen?
Maybe the reason Cloud Retainer is also staying in her bird form is because they have actually gone old. And she doesn't like looking old. You know? Maybe. Then again, like, there's the Zhongli situation, right? But then also it makes the question, like, Zhongli's body is an exuvia, so is it real? Is it not? Is it the same thing as Adaptai? Is it his real body or what? No, right? Is it just a mortal body created as an exuvia? There are so many questions.
Ah, and now we've spooked Yanfei. No. Everyone's just here to give me their regards for the holiday.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm glad. Well, in that case, happy Lantern Rite, everyone.
Happy Lantern.
Happy Lantern Rite. Oh, I just remembered that I have some work to do at Yuehai Pavilion that I need to discuss with Yanfei. I haven't been able to find a chance until now. I will leave Mr. Dvorak in your capable hands. Cloud Retainer, Ping, we will be off for now.
See? She still calls her Ping.
Does it have to be right now? Which case is this again? Hey, Ganyu!
It seems Ganyu still has much to learn when it comes to the art of deception.
What a pity. She has learned nothing of one's ability to carry a conversation.
Since it's been so long,
Ganyu is probably
why don't you
old
stay?
in their also generation, but much younger than them, like younger sibling or something like that.
Gladly. This was one's intention as well.
Younger cousin in the same generation, but younger, like that. So I wonder who were the first generation of Adaptai. There's probably Ashdaha was probably there. I mean, he's not a Adaptai, but he was probably there. Zhongli was probably there. Morax, because he's like 6,000 years old or something, right? So Guizhong was also probably there. And they were probably the first generation, right? Or maybe not. Or maybe like Ganyu's mother was like a in-between generation, kind of. It's weird. They live too long.
When you next see the Fontaine
We can't
musician,
comprehend that.
please give him my regards. I'd like to wish him the very best with the concert.
You got it, Madam Ping.
Thank you all. I think you've listened to enough of my nattering for one day. As for that melody, I will play it for you all another time. Goodness knows I need to practice it first.
Wow, that'd be great. We'll look forward to it.
When that time comes, wherever her spirit may be among the countless grains of sand and specks of dust between the harbor and the mountains, perhaps she will look at the Liyue of today and
Ningguang.
steal a smile when she
Ningguang.
sees the prosperous land that it has become.
All right, let's go tell Mr. Dvorak the news.
Like actually, Ningguang was like not needed for this quest, right? But why did she randomly pop up out of nowhere? Where is this guy? I don't remember. Oh, he's down there. With Kuching.
Mr. Dvorak! Ah, and Kuching's here too! Thanks for helping set all of this up.
Welcome back. Did everything go well?
Really, really well. We found the person Mr. Dvorak was looking for.
Are you serious? I see. So the melody my ancestor heard was an adeptus remembering her late friend? That certainly explains why it was such a powerful and poignant tune.
Huh. That's a really interesting first reaction. Guess that comes with having a musical mind.
I have to say, though, it's hard to believe that the fairy from the tale is now an elderly granny.
Oh, Paimon knows exactly what you mean. Normally, Adepti don't age at all.
Oh,
but
okay. They
Freeward
don't
Rambler,
go
or
on.
Madam Ping as we know her, probably only became old because it's what she wanted for herself.
Madam Ping possesses vast knowledge and great wisdom. Whatever physical form she may decide to take, her mind and wits are as sharp as they come.
She probably took the old lady shape because people will most probably listen to her.
Yes.
Unlike
I
a
must thank her in
younger
person.
person.
That can wait until after the concert, though. For now, I need to devote all my emotional energy to the performance.
Speaking of, Madam Ping wishes you all the best with the music festival. Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that she'll stay in her usual spot, but listen to the performances from afar.
Wait, are you serious? Huh. Oh no, now I'm starting to get nervous.
Relax.
Okay, alright. Nope, another rehearsal is in order. Please excuse me, everyone.
Okay.
Mr. Dvorak? He's already gone. Paimon wasn't
Maybe Hudao just perform, but the meeting place is after the performance.
what music means to people. After our recent adventure, Paimon thinks we have a lot more to say about that now.
Because they usually do that.
Share
Like
your insights
randomly
with me.
placing stuff on the trailer
Well,
to confuse
we
you.
found out that music can be used for good, but also for bad. It can make people happy and moved, but it can also be sad and bittersweet. And music is like a kind of memory written in people's hearts. It can put you in touch with feelings from a totally different time and place.
Yep. Allegories. Pretty much, though there were more to it than that.
It sounds like you had an eventful trip. Don't worry, I'm sure Ganyu will fill me in on all the details shortly.
Wait, does that mean you're gonna carry on working?
Mm-hmm. Just a few things to wrap up. All the groundwork is done. As long as everyone enjoys the festival activities, all our efforts are worthwhile.
Happy Lantern
Happy
Rite.
Lantern Rite to you as well.
That should be everything taken care of, right? Oh, no, wait. Paimon feels like she's forgetting something. What was it? Oh, it feels like it was a while ago.
I don't even remember.
Shoot! Latent... Wait,
Oh,
no.
bamboo shoots.
Fancy bamboo shoots!
Made from nascent bamboo shoots. Bamboo soup. Bamboozle soup.
Zhang-Li said he wasn't in a hurry, so if we went now, there's probably still time, right? Anyway, even if we don't make it, it's not our fault. He could have totally picked him by himself. Anyway, let's go check with him at Wangcheng Funeral Parlor.
Oh, this is how we are going to see Hudao. It all ties together. I forgot Zhongli works at the funeral parlor. Pingshan? Chang Shun. Everyone's here. Everyone's here. Another one. Oh, they're practicing.
Oh. All right, let's take a break here. Oh wow, look who it is! Are you here to hang out with everyone's favorite funeral director?
So you're just casually practicing your rapping skills at the entrance to your funeral parlor? In broad daylight?
I wonder why they didn't bring who? Yanfei to this, because she says that she wants to be a rapper after retiring from the law job, right? You are freaking me out a little. Oh, wow. Wow.
After everything we've been through. You don't see me for a hot minute, and you're back to being scared of your own shadow. We have all this open space, a clear view of the mountains behind and the sea in front. Not to mention we have several invisible audience members enthusiastically cheering us on. It's the perfect spot to rehearse.
Ghosts.
Invisible audience members?
Gotta say, it took me a few days to get used to Director Who's way of talking.
Xinyan was pretty spooked too when she first got here. Just like when she sees a frog, but a giant frog with sharp teeth.
Come on, knock it off.
What's wrong? I've never seen someone look so confused before. Well, don't worry, because Director Who's here to explain it all. There once was a Fontaine musician who went around town on a mission. He came door to door for his iridescence tour, looking for acts to audition. With my words, Xinyan's chords, and Yunjin as our mentor, we'll take the stage by storm with flames roaring and the whole audience calling for more.
Oh yeah, both of them are pyro users.
For
Heck
sure.
yeah.
The whole dance floor will be yelling encore, encore! Oh, now Paimon's rhyming along. But when you say flames roaring, are you sure this will be safe?
No, don't you worry about that. I'm pretty experienced on the stage, and I've already informed the Yuhong of all the pyrotechnics we're planning on using.
Huh. Guess we'll just have to trust Xinyan on this one.
Have you seen Zhongli, Director Who?
Oh, Zhongli. He took one of those fancy meal boxes and set off for the mountains. Said he wanted to pay a visit to some old friends. It's a real pity that he couldn't be around for this. As well as being a true connoisseur of traditional art forms, he's able to appreciate Xinyan's performances too.
Yeah, that's right. Matter of fact, he was the one who first invited me to perform here. To tell the truth, though, I never thought I'd really find myself rehearsing here one day.
Well, now you know. The Wangsheng Funeral Parlor is a great location. All of you are always welcome to come and hang out here, especially if you're in the mood to try something new. I can speak to that. Hu Tao is always full of fun surprises.
And jump scares.
I want to one day
Actually,
visit
Xinyan,
the
I have some
funeral
lyric
parlor,
ideas
actually
for
go
your
inside.
part. Do you want to go through them together?
Like Al-Haytham's
Sure thing.
house?
I'm all ears.
Oh, Traveler in Paimon, I believe Zhongli was heading to Mount Hulao, so make sure you're hiking up the right hill. When you see Zhongli, please pass on this message to him. It's up to him whether he wants to support us at the performance tonight, but I expect him to make time for the upcoming banquet we're planning. No excuses.
Okay.
You should join us too. It'll be a riot. If there's one thing I've learned from being a funeral director, it's how to throw a party.
Anyway, they have an audience here, a cat and a random NPC. Okay, where now? Mount Hulao. Like, we are going back and forth between these two places. For 2 weeks. Contract, equal balance. Probably that's the meaning behind it. I wonder what's the Fontaine symbol going to be. Sumeru's one is really complicated compared to the other two. Mondstadt is like most basic one. It's just windmill, right? And Liyue one is also basic. Oh, mountain carver, mountain shaper. No, who's moon carver, right? Moon carver and mountain shaper. I'm mixing the two words.
Paimon sees them! It's illuminated deer and illuminated bird.
But number 2. Greetings everyone, long time no see.
A familiar face. Have you come from Liyue Harbor? How is the city nowadays?
Everything's great! But you know, if you're so curious, you can always go and check it out for yourself.
In fact, Mooncarver has been taking many walks on Mount Tianheng in recent times. I believe the sights of the city are quite familiar to him.
Zhongli! Here you are! We've brought the bamboo shoots you wanted.
Impeccable timing.
How are they going to like eat with the adaptive
Traditionally, bamboo
animal
shoot soup
form?
ought to be slow cooked for many hours on low heat. Using Adeptus arts to hasten the process is something of a shortcut.
Wait, that mechanism. Is that?
Indeed. Cloud Retainer kindly lent me her supreme cuisine machine.
Can we not just call it a
This
cooking
is from
machine?
that last event.
Actually, never mind.
The
She seems to take a lot of pride
Cloud
in her
Retainer's
mechanical gizmos,
cooking
so
event.
it's probably best if Paimon doesn't go changing the name willy-nilly.
I trust that you found the answers you were seeking during your recent journey?
Yep.
Excellent. The past should be remembered, but not overly dwelt upon. Our journey should be seen as a means to take on more from the world around us. When the bamboo shoot soup is ready, I must insist that you try some for yourself.
Of course.
Oh, Zhangli, Hutao told us to tell you something. She said, it's up to him whether he wants to support us at the performance tonight, but I expect him to make time for the upcoming banquet we're planning. No excuses. When she says performance, she must mean the Lantern Rite Music Festival. As for the banquet, she didn't tell us anything more about that, but she invited us to come as well.
As you can see, I have a prior engagement with 2 Adepti friends of mine tonight. Please, give Director Hu my best wishes for the performance. As for the banquet, since the Director insists, far be it from a mere consultant like myself to refuse.
Yay! Then we'll see you there?
Absolutely.
Rex Lapis, the bamboo shoot soup is ready.
Oh, that's Mountain Shaper?
Thank you.
I don't remember this guy's voice.
The appearance is exquisite, and the aroma rich and intense. The craftsmanship of this machine is commendable indeed. Since you came all this way, you should not leave empty-handed. Please, take some soup. It tastes most exquisite while still warm.
Oh, bamboo shoot soup. It's a quest item? I wonder what these things are going to do with us. Like, we can't even drink it, we can't eat it, but it's just a souvenir. Right? And these things are also, like, are they just collectibles? Or are they going to do something in the future? Right? Okay, back to Liyue Harbor. What did I say about back and forth? Can I walk on these? No. Oh, cutscene! Cutscene time.
I'm honored to be here on the Iridescence Tour stage. All right, without further ado, I'm Xinyan, this is Hutao, and this is a little something called...
Something called what? Blaze Lilies. That's cool. That's high.
In the path without a fright. Oh, I'll light the fire, watch it blaze across the universe. I'll spit my rhymes, watch it set, or you'll get burned. Hey, woo! Yeah!
Does anyone have any plans tomorrow? With another year behind us, I think we deserve a celebration of our own. My treat. Interested?
The Tianquan footing the bill? I can't miss out on that.
She got another lead. And Baiju. No. Yeah, Baiju. Conqueror. Where's Venti? Isn't he supposed to be in this quest? Lantern. I wish they bring back the crafting lanterns thing. This is from the Game Awards.
Master, listen!
May the year ahead be a blessed one.
I believe it shall be.
Master, the Xiao Lanterns,
Ha! Elementary. One shall fashion for you a Xiao Lantern the likes of which the world has never seen. You must take it to Liyue Harbor to display its magnificence for all.
Of course you would. Now that we know the story.
Listen! That must be Madame Ping!
That needs a applause. Well, that's it. And there's another part, and I'm not going to do that today itself. We'll do it day after tomorrow. After it's just one part, right? It's just a little bit of stuff and Hood House dinner thing, right? Dinner party, whatever. Oh. I hope it happens every time. Probably. Oh yeah, probably. This is Madam Ping. Is it different for every time? No, it's Madam Ping. Okay. Street Rambler. Right? Yeah. Street Rambler. Is it Street Rambler or Rambler Street? Street Rambler, right.
Ooh.
They all have their own quest. Okay. We will do that day after tomorrow on via our other stream. And tomorrow is the day of 5 fates. Yep. We haven't finished everything. We haven't done this quest. We haven't even fought these boss at all. So exploration and stuff. It's going to be next week.
Over there. Can we take a sneaky peek? Huh? Can we?
We are going to probably finish the Lantern Droid stuff this week and start with the desert area stuff, the exploring and stuff, starting from next week. We'll start with the quest and explore and everything else. First Lantern Ride, the Xiao Lantern actually went flying. it was who? That deer's name? I don't remember that deer's name. Yeah. I'm going to stop the quest now, and we'll watch the trailers and stuff that came out, and the videos again on YouTube. I want to see them, so I will go back into be right back screen a minute and come back later. Capture. I have to go into this screen to show that, so that's why. Okay. We are on my regular thing, right? So hopefully I think should be fine.
In times.
Are we? Yes, we are. All right. We are set to watch this again. This is the same thing as the previous what we saw, the cutscenes. Then we'll go into the new promotional video and stuff, right? Yep. This is a new cutscene. The teaser.
In times gone by, one quarreled oft with Guizhong concerning mechanical principles.
She means one means herself, right? Cloud Retainer. This is Cloud Retainer. I thought this is Xiao at first because how she's wearing the cape and hairstyle and stuff. It reminds me of Xiao for some reason.
Under the pretext of a social gathering, one invited the impartial Rex.
Oh, so they both build designs for as like a protection stuff.
Lapis to judge the quality of our creations. But Rex Lapis declared that Guizhong's obscure
Zhongli's suit is nice. New skin, maybe?
Vulpus mechanism was
it's just copium at this point. This is Cloud Retainer. I mean, she looks hot, right? I'm not wrong, right?
Though one was too proud to acknowledge it, in one's heart, one knew that Guizhong was indeed the superior talent in the mechanical arts. As for the story between Guizhong and Streetward Rambler, That begins with a certain bell. In Gui Zhang's opinion, while mechanisms were no substitute for human composers, they were yet capable of producing simple but fine melodies. But Streetward Rambler believed music to be an expression of the soul, an emotional enterprise that could never hope to be replicated by machinery. They argued endlessly until one asked Rex Lapis to intercede. He confiscated the bell and designated it for ceremonial.
That's Loudretin again. She does look like a secretary though.
Use.
Or teacher.
Thereafter, one would often find them convening in the mountains, discussing music, mechanics, and all the affairs of the mortal
Gui Zhang
world.
doesn't wear shoes. Okay.
But these good times were...
Okay. These are... What are these? What are these? What are these? It reminds me of... immediately, this reminds me of Dead Gods, the Archon Residual stuff, right? It reminds me of that. It's probably not. Right? This is probably her perspective on the forbidden knowledge, maybe.
Were not to last.
I wonder if you can decipher this. I don't think so, because Liyue language is like really hard to decipher. And it's not even like comprehensible, really.
Times were not to last. War broke out between the gods, and soon engulfed the Guili plains. Gui Zhang was overpowered by the enemy, and fell in...
Overpowered by the enemy and fell in battle. But why is she stoned?
battle. When Streetwood Rambler and I arrived at the sea...
That's I think Xiao. Right, that's 5, okay. So when Gui Zhang died, Xiao, the Yaksha was there, the 5 Yaksha. Okay. At this point, she's already become her animal form.
At long last, all that remained...
What is that symbol, actually? This... Is it a bird?
All that remained among the ruins was her lifeless body.
But doesn't it say that Gui Zhang said something before she died to Zhangli, right? Her dying words or something? I thought that was the thing. That's when she said, if you want to know the truth or something, decipher this thing.
After this, at Streetward Rambler's request, Rex Lapis granted her the cleansing bell for safekeeping.
Like Zhongli's also, his Archon suit is black, completely black. Completely white. But here it's black.
The cleansing bell for
So before he became the Archon, he wore completely black, like right now.
Keeping. To honor our friend's memory, one made a few finishing touches to her ballistic device. Many lantern rites have passed since then. Many greetings and goodbyes. Upon what do you gaze? The Guili Plains?
No.
This is Madam Thing.
Everything. We think of human life as like a lantern that's lit one minute and extinguished the next. But are we Adepti so different? Perhaps as dust settles after a storm, we too must one day return to the world.
That's right. She took the old lady form. It's not something that she became old. Okay. What's next? This one, right? It's cutscene we saw, so we don't need that. We just saw that. This one, promotional video. No? That's the 4 brains. I feel like I have seen this art style before. Is it the same person who did the Carnival Phantasm thing? The Genshin Carnival Phantasm edit? Animation? No voices. Dory and what? So, wait. Why is there other regions people? I didn't even realize that Ayaka and Ayato. All right. Cool. Let's see which characters are there. There's these 4 characters: Hu Tao, Xiangling, Xinzhou, and Changya. Oh, there's Barbara and Jean, and here's. This is where I felt like the Carnival Phantasm person. So art style. This is Kuching and Ganyu. Yoimiya. And Miko. Beidou. And one other? No. It's Ayaka and Naito. Oh, that's Yoimiya again. Gigi and Klee. Albedo. What's happening over there? Dora is doing business. Kole and Tinari. Rhino. Araki Gang and Kazuha. And the Archons. Wait. Why are they drinking their own thing? Shouldn't they all drink the separate thing? No, I think this is animated by the same person as or team as the one who did the Inazuma PV. Is there anything? Nope, they haven't said anything. Hey, what is this? Oh, it's the Sumeru Cup. Oh, wait, what? This has to be like square, right? Now that we know about that, this has to be square. No, this is not made by like Mihoyo or whoever's themselves. Yeah, they hired someone else, I think. Yes, Sake cup. Yeah, they are drinking with their own respective cups. Why is she eating alone? Where's Fisher? All right. And this is the last one that came, I think, yesterday. Adaptal Tears, New Year
数
Word
个雕
Lock.
版，层层叠印，画中有戏，如见其影，寓守护之意。
Journey of Arts and Heritage, New Year Word Woodblock. Representative provincial inheritance of national intangible culture heritage project. Jiabu Nivea Woodblock. Huh. Oh yeah, these are Chinese stuff, right? Yeah.
工欲善其事，必先利其器。一套好的刻板工具，是年画手艺人的忠实伙伴。
刻斗、立斗、挖斗、打斗、圆斗，这些都是我平常在用的工具。在开始刻板前，得先用磨豆器，把它们都磨亏磨亮。
I wonder why the voices are like muffled in a way.
杨乃东，杨家埠木板年画非遗传承人，正在准备要上场的伙伴。今天，他要制作一幅非传统题材的年画作品《元神的午夜叉》。和我们印象中的年画题材不太一样，但午夜叉和门神年画有着相同的寓意：镇灭妖魔，驱除灾厄。做好木板年画，关键在于3道工序：修稿画样、雕刻木板和手工陶印。修稿画样是第1道工序，修稿即起草稿，十分考验画工，因为线条的粗细、距离的宽窄都会直接影响年画的神韵。画中要有戏，百看才不腻；出口要吉利，才能合人意。
He's making it onto wood carving.
人欢喜，这是杨家埠年画手艺人口传心授的画诀。寓意要好，模样要合心意，人景位置要妥当，这画面才能招人喜欢。雕刻木板是木板年画制作最重要的工序之一。
午夜叉年画最难雕刻的是面部和身体线条，因为所带的面具形制复杂，曲折多变，款式各异。
See, this is what I am saying, that Xiao might kick the bucket because, there's a lot of emphasis on Yaksha, Xiao, death, and stuff, right? So, who knows? It's probably not going to happen this patch, but maybe next patch with the Archon Quest. Maybe sometime in the future, I don't know. We are predicting that next patch is probably going to be a 10 Sleeves quest, right? So they are probably not going to focus on Xiao again, unless it's like a story quest, his story quest 2 or something like that. So yeah, it's probably going to be not next patch, but somewhere later. It's close. It's close.
三角刀刻
If it's happening.
斜刀负责大面积刻出图案的轮廓线，线条要粗细均匀、流畅挺拔，交代清楚午夜叉线条的来宗去迹。
在雕刻时讲究斗斗立线，也就是刻出来的线条宽度和深度是一样的，印刷时图案才不会走样。
用凿具从内向外，从重点部位到次要部位进行敲底、拨空、平空、修整，融合成具有版画效果的立体图案。
雕刻出来的图案不能只是像，要有神韵，有灵动，把精致的图案刻出动感来。
That's cool.
从父亲那儿，杨乃东学得一手刻板好手艺。下刀要遒劲有力，入木3分， 反正刀、开心法、踢空打板，每一个雕刻技法都要熟谙于心。
我父亲吧知道我吧，这是老一辈遗留下来的一个文化瑰宝啊，所以吧，你要好好学习，认真去钻研，把它做得更完美一些，使这个木板年画呢更好的发展和传承下去。
从一张白纸到木板上的线稿，从斗刀立线到细节雕琢，再到最后的颜色印刷，每一处细节，杨乃东都会考虑周全。
把白纸平铺的刷在墨色的雕板上，用糖子刷均匀，墨线图就然后墨线图上继续印刷颜色。
从小处入手，先印刷色块较少的区域，画纸干得快，不会因大面积阴湿而被刮破。
一块色板印一种颜色，画纸上慢慢就叠加了多种色彩，这就是透色印刷。木板年画的色彩啊，总是鲜艳夺目。普通的年画只有3到6种颜色，而这幅五叶叉图啊，所用的颜色也颇为丰富，一共用了22种颜色，又印刷22次。
22 times。
刀与木的碰撞，墨与纸的交融，这正是传承1000年的木板年画技艺。每天除了雷打不动的刻板工作外，杨乃东还经营着100年老字号何兴永年画店。
我是杨家埠木板年画的第13代传人。我们这个何兴永画店，当时吧，我5个爷爷分家呢，我那个爷爷呢就分了这个何兴永画店这个店号。杨家埠年画嘛，它都传的嘛，一辈一辈的流传至今了。
杨家埠木板年画至今已有400多年的历史。在明朝，杨家埠先人就创立了年画店，用一张张年画寄托对美好生活的向往，并延续至今。年画的历史可以追溯至黄帝时期。相传东海杜朔山有棵大桃树，其之间的鬼门上画有申叔玉律2位神人，能收服恶鬼。于是皇帝坐礼请神，立大桃人，在每家门上画申叔玉律，守门护宅。福舍、应达、伐难、弥怒、金鹏这5位夜叉，跟随在阎王帝君身边，伏孽除恶，平愿止嗔，守护着璃月，与传统神话中的申叔玉律承载着相同的守护之意。无论春夏秋冬，杨乃东拿着刻刀，重复着同样的雕刻动作，一做就是50年。他的刻刀已创作了3000多幅年画作品。
做木板年画是一辈子的事情，我要把手里的活儿做好，代代相传下去。
刻画于木，印之异彩，正是这日复一日的坚守，为流传1000年的技艺寻得一席之地。千雕万刻，画满乾坤，世纪奇美，守护非遗。
That's cool. That's cool. Okay. All right. That's about it for today's stream then. Thank you everyone for coming to stream, watching, and yeah. That will be it for today. We'll see you on this Thursday. Yeah, this Thursday. We'll see you again. Until then, bye bye. That's probably going to be it, right? Yeah. I haven't come up with any new theories or anything yet. I have 2 ideas on mind, but I haven't considered or solidified them yet. So I'm not too focused on them just yet. But hopefully, after finishing this quest, maybe I will get another theory in mind by time. So yeah, That's about it. Until then, I probably made one or two other shorts and stuff. That's probably it. Yeah. Bye bye.